was born in it.
Let's go, Cowboy Nation, the name. Law Nation. Be sure on your way in to smash the like button. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Even the ice wall. Baby, let's get it. Name. Law Nation. Let's go. Matchup time for your mind, expectations, and more. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. If this your first time in the chat, let me know. Also put down where you are from. We always love to know that too. Come on. As the room fill up, be sure to let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sport Talk and beyond. Let's get it. Shout out to all of the Breakfast Club people. Shout out to all of the dinner folks as well as the lunch break people as well. Let's get it. Come on.
Evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something does exist.
Let's go, Cowboy Nation. We're going to talk about this, and also we're going to listen in to Mike McCarthy. Yep. Let's go. Party like a cowboy party. Let's get it the best way possible. Let's go. What's up, everybody? The name is Law Nation. I hope you guys are having a beautiful time today. We got a lot of things to go over. Depth charts. We got to go over the Cowboys roster as well as what Mike McCarthy had to say today, as well as Tyler Smith versus Jason Peters. Of course, we got that too that we're going to go over. Let me give shots out to the people, man. C. Nick, appreciate you. Brian, thank you for jumping in. Hernandez, thank you for being part of this. Dallas, the great. What's good, Aaron Pitts? Appreciate you, man, so much. And all who's watching. Also today, for those who support the Cash App, we're going to put your name into the drawings, and my guy, the OT, he is giving away a game day ticket. You won't be way in a nosebleed, right? You'll be close enough to see the game at Texas Stadium, and it will be the game day ticket for the Cincinnati Bengals game. So the only thing is that you have to be in the Dallas area or close by to claim your ticket if you are the winner. And we would do the drawing next Wednesday or Thursday, give or take, of the people that is elected to win the ticket to go to the game versus the Cowboys versus the Cincinnati Bengals next week. So I really appreciate everybody. Appreciate you, Mr. 316. Appreciate you for jumping in. Let me pull up the chat because I love to see it on the screen here. Oh, and for those who don't know, my name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to this, man, Cowboy Nation, let's get it. Y'all already know.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's get it. All right, so here's the thing. Here's my thoughts before we hit play on good old Iron Mike McCarthy. Before we get into this, if you are Team Mike McCarthy, let me know. Let me know if you're Team Mike McCarthy. Just put MM in the chat. If you're not, then just say no, Mike McCarthy. Let me see NMM in the chat. And that let me know that you're not Team Mike McCarthy. Also, before we go further into this audio, before I hit play, I got to give out a special shout out to Aisha. I heard her on the Cowboys.com, and it's beautiful hearing people from the community out there mixing and mingling with Jane Slater and everyone. Tyson's appreciate you. He says, brunch time, the nation don't get no better than that. Show love, baby. Hey, show love. Hit that like button. Yeah, y'all hit that like button. Y'all already know, man. Law Nation is a brand of Law Nation.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi. That's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it. They know that, even if they don't know me any more than they know the chairman of General Mills.
Yes, indeed, man. All right, so before I go further, I want to play this because I truly believe that Aisha has just been phenomenal, on the show with the Cowboys, and I love it. Let me just play this quick excerpt right quick.
Sort of, hey, I'm curious. Does anyone have anyone you'd like to send my way? And I'd like to start with you, Aisha. You reached out to me, slid into the DMs. Sometimes that works, folks. Shoot your shot. And I was so impressed with not only your resume, but also your hustle. For those that aren't familiar with you, and I was so impressed with how many Cowboy fans were, give us a little bit of a quick bio about your life and how you got here today.
Okay. Well, I am originally from Dallas, Texas, born and raised. I'm in the Oak Cliff area. I am a veteran of 8 years, and I got injured in 2018. It really changed a lot of my life, deciding what's best for me, what I'm good at. And because of my disability, I had to figure out what the next plan was. And I remember asking myself, like, what are you good at, girl? What are you good at? And I was like, football. It's all I really know like that, born and raised a Cowboys fan. And I just started getting into the game and studying it in depth in the last 10 years. And I had a lot of people in the community last year like, get on Twitter. Just get on Twitter. Put your thoughts out there. Shout out to those guys telling me to put myself out there. And I just started meeting people in the community, and everyone's been so welcoming to me. So that's really how I got here, man. Just I have no experience in this field, but all I do is live and breathe football. So just to be doing it every day, I feel incredibly blessed for this opportunity.
Well, man, let's put our heads together. I wrote, I'm so proud of Aisha being on the Girls Talk, Boys Talk, right? And that I said I was in tears of joy. This right here is an unbelievable opportunity and moment for people, right, to get out there, to spit their mind, and then to get on a, pretty much, regardless of how you say it, a $8 billion platform. $8 billion platform to voice your opinions and voice your thoughts. And all of the ladies on that panel, they ain't no one to sneeze at. They talk some good football stuff. And I'm bold enough to say that the Cowboys community is the strongest and the well-educated with the most information community in the world. There's nobody fan base that's better than ours. We got people from all areas of this world speaking, spitting out Cowboys information and knowledge. And our ladies, our ladies second to none as it relates to a collective panel. So let's put our hands together for Aisha. She almost had me crying, man. She did. She almost had me crying. Oh, my gosh, man. This is a big movement, a big moment, right? All right. Brunch time, baby. Brunch time. Appreciate you, Tyson Kemp. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, too. But shouts out to Aisha. And this is what we do right here. I'm trying to hold back my tears. I'm for real. All right. So let's play some Mike McCarthy audio.
It's going.
Mike, David Moore, Dallas Morning News. You've talked a lot in the offseason about your emphasis on improving the run game, kind of getting it back. Is this a good a test as you can have out of the gate going against this Tampa Bay defense?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you look at the way Tampa Bay, plays defensively, first starting with their personnel, but then obviously the way they challenge us schematically. I mean, if you go back to our game last year, they made a very, very strong commitment to to the box as far as one more hat than we had as far as formation and so forth. So they did it throughout the whole season. How they're going to play Sunday night, that's what we'll see. But at the end of the day, you have to run the football. There's definitely points in the game that you have to be able to run it when everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it. So that's our mindset, and I think we've had really good work throughout the training camp in the padded practices, and I think the joint practices really helped us.
No doubt, the joint practices. All right, so the final score last year was 29-31, right? And I just want to pull up the box score. We want to give actual information out here. David had the most tackles for the opposing team, and White. Those are the two guys, the linebackers. They fly out to the ball, they chase, they hit. 5 solo tackles for David, and then 8 for White. Those two guys right there, those are the two that you will have to play close attention to. You got to pay close attention to those guys, right? And of course, Big Vita Vea, I don't think that he got a sack on us, but what he brings is he pushed that pocket back, right? He makes it very uncomfortable for the quarterback to climb the pocket to make his throws, right? He flushes the quarterback out, and the quarterback got to throw on a run, which sometimes he can force you to go to an area of the field where you don't want to, and that's what the big boys do inside. All right, but when we look at the receiving of how they beat us with the receivers, show of hands, if do they still have Antonio Brown, right? He had 5 receptions for 121 yards. 5 receptions for 121 yards. He averaged 24.2 yards per catch. That was his average, right? That's crazy good. Godwin, I don't think that he's going to play. They being coy with his information out there, but he had 9 receptions for 105 yards. These two guys, I know for sure. Well, they pretty much gave us one, right? And then they had Rob Gronkowski, 8 receptions for 90 yards. That was a phenomenal game that he had in the latter third and fourth quarter. That's when he started to shine. And it made us play weirdly because we couldn't stop the middle of the field. And then we couldn't control the outside because of Antonio Brown. The good news, Cowboy Nation, the good news is that no AB, right? There's no Gronkowski. And there's no Godwin at this point. It's questionable. I don't think that he will be. He will still be the same. It goes back to this right here. No one threw more yards than Tom Brady last year, right? 5,300 some odd yards, and no one had more touchdowns than Tom Brady last year. At the age of 44, now he's 45. He had 43 touchdowns. He was just matching the age that he lived on this dimension with touchdowns. So if you harass Tom Brady, put pressure in the face of Tom Brady, hit him early and often, and what you got to do is you got to have the cojones, the gonads. You got to have those things and make sure that you let him hang. When you're facing Tom Brady, you can't hold back. You can't say, okay, I'm going to let my foot off the gas because this dude don't ever stop. He don't give up. Tom Brady is the Forrest Gump of football. Run, Forrest, run. Just continue to run. That is who Tom Brady is. So you got to continue to harass him. You got to continue to put him on his back. And then you can't let up. If you show any signs of weakness, he will win the game.
You guys are all at the joint practices. We focused heavily on running the ball more and throwing it in those practices by design.
Clarence Hill for Western Telegram. In the past, Tony Pollard has been more of a change of pace to Zeke in his style. Is it more of a tandem than a change of pace this year? What's the philosophy going on?
Oh, I think they both hold their own. I look at both those guys.
Doug, man, says Micah Parsons is our Jenny. You got to say Jenny. Oh my gosh, man. Parsons is our Jenny. Forrest Gump is one of the better movies of all time, believe it or not. You can just watch it over and over again. It got so many stories within the stories, right? And storylines are within storylines. If you guys, show of hands, who watched the game over again in the chat? Who watched the Tampa Bay versus Cowboys week 1 last year over again? Show of hands. Give me like a wave or something and say, yeah, Law, I did my homework, Law. I went back. And I rewatched the game again. And the people that rewatched the game, I promise you, you guys feel a little bit better about this situation and opportunity that we're going to play against them on Sunday night. Nevertheless, you also look at it from two ways. You can say, hey, if we don't do this, we will lose from an objective aspect. And you can also say, hey, if we do this, if we just do this, we win. That's only to those who went and rewatched the game. Also, with that being said, when you go back and rewatch the game, you said, that is not the Parsons that won Defensive Rookie of the Year. That Parsons was a fish out of water if you go back and rewatch the game. Parsons looked like, he looked just like a jag at that game, right? Just a guy, right? Parsons, that was his first game. But now if you look at it and say, okay, we have the Parsons from that game all the way out, it's a whole different world. Eric says, don't put Parsons or Micah in pass coverage. Right, don't do that. Sit him. Don't have him with all of those responsibilities to cover the tight end. Now he probably can do it better now. I'm not finna hold his feet to the fire. Rookies make rookie mistakes. But now when you look at this Parsons, he already understand and have knowledge of the game. Come on, Cowboy Nation. I just feel like hitting this button for myself. So that's how you got to view this thing. We're going to have a more seasoned Parsons versus a Tom Brady who knows everything about football, right? Tom Brady, he is the end-all, be-all for them. Let me just pull this up. Tom Brady, number 1 in attempts last season, 43. No one had more touchdowns than Tom Brady, right? To 12 interceptions. Give me that ratio any day, right? 4,316 yards. Led the league in passing yards. So this is an offense that can fly. This is an offense that finished last year. If it wasn't for the injury and the foolishness of Antonio Brown and a whole bunch of other stuff, they could have been the number 1 offense in the National Football League, right? But that's a story of another day. One of the things that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get too cute with is the same thing that we get too cute with, the pass. Wanting to throw the ball and refusing to run the ball. For diehard Tampa Bay fans, they would say those things like, hey, they got to get back to run. They got to get back to controlling the game. They can't put everything in the 45-year-old hands. Right? When they won the Super Bowl, put the butter knife down, they played good defense and they ran the ball. That's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But so many people get caught up in the yards. It looks good, touchdowns, Hail Marys, catching the ball and all of that stuff. Those things do look good, but you got to run the ball. Cooley Real says 17-13 Cowboys win, baby. I'll take a win. It can be 3-2. I would take that win. The Cowboys won by a field goal. The final score 3-2. I would take that, 3-0. I'll take that. Well, how did they get 2? Because they, safety, But neither here nor there. Greg says Spygate footage destroyed by the NFL. Look, at this point, Brady got 7 of them. Half of them questionable, but he got 7 of them. I'd rather be on that side of the argument versus on the opposite side of the argument of having 0, right? The dude got 7 of them, but I feel you. Let's go.
As number 1 runners, or how you want to categorize it. So, yeah, I mean, Tony can play. I think when you look at running backs.
Greg Barry says don't honor a cheater. Well, how you think the United States was made? You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure that everyone is not aboriginal to this lands, right? We cheated. We did a lot of heinous things. We did a lot of cruelty things to be here in this beautiful country. So at one point, we can say don't honor the cheater, and then we can also look into the mirror, right? That's just how this world is. That's how this world is. With most greatness, somebody done did something illegal to get it. Let me know if I'm wrong. Shoot, my people were native to this land, but yay, I don't see us getting billions and billions of dollars being opened up from us, and I'm not asking for it. But that's just how it is. Look, the people that win writes the story. The people that lose don't get a chance to. That's just how it goes.
I know how I define them. Their ability to play on all 3 downs, and Zeke and Tony both have that ability. I mean, Zeke's done it his whole career, so I think they're definitely a tandem. And it's obviously a focal point for us.
Who's next?
The tandem.
Coach Patrick.
Thank you, by the way. It's a big hit today. It's not stop. Can't let you.
Patrick Morgan, DallasCowboys.com. Update on Kelvin Joseph and Jordan Lewis. Are they expected to practice?
Yeah, definitely. They both, worked on Monday, so they'll both be out there today. I thought Jay Lou looked good. I think the timeline and the work with Britt, we feel good about where he is, and Kelvin's in good shape too.
John Michaud, The Athletic. I think you were in your late 30s. You were in New Orleans the first time that you faced Tom Brady. I think it was 2001, his first season.
Wow.
I think that's right.
I remember the game.
That's a long time.
34-17.
Really?
Yeah.
You looked it up on the internet. I don't
do you remember anything going back that far, and just how wild is it that somebody is still playing from that?
The thing I remember about Tom Brady is, Tom was working out with a gentleman by the name of Tom Shaw. And Tom always did a phenomenal job, still does, with the NFL draft prospects. And it was my first year in New Orleans, and I think just like a lot of first off seasons, I mean, there's just so much going on. I know it was a crazy off season for me personally. It was the first time being a coordinator. So going through the draft process, well, Tom Shaw would bring his prospects over to the facility. I hope the statute of limitations are over on this, because it was just a friendly exchange between the coaches and the prospects. So had a chance to sit down with him and just talk football. And then obviously he was drafted by New England. So that's really the only time I've ever sat in the same room with him. But yeah, I don't recall the game, to be honest with you.
Todd Archer, the ESPN, just following up on that. What do you remember about your conversations with him then? Like, do you think he was a bright kid? Obviously, you're not thinking he's going to become a game.
No, I remember watching it was a bowl game. Alabama. I think it was Michigan, Alabama. He played extremely well. I can't recall it. It was the Orange Bowl or whatever the game was, but he played extremely well. I didn't know much about him. And then sitting there watching the game, and I know back in the day when I was evaluating quarterbacks and having a chance to visit with them, their ability to put them up on the grease board and just have them take me through the offense, because they're all different. Offenses are different, languages different, and so forth. So I just remember being extremely impressed with his knowledge and understanding of the Michigan offense, and and being very impressed watching him play that day, because that's really what we did. We just went through some board talk and put the game on and talked through the game. So But just like everybody, I thought he should have been drafted in the first round. That's where I would have picked him. So, but yeah, what a great career, obviously.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Are you surprised that he's still playing at this age?
Boy, I tell you, nothing
Yes,
surprises me anymore. I think when you're able to be around, I just look at my first year in the league. Joe Montana and Dave Craig, they were 10 years older than I was. And having a chance to be around those guys, I just think what these pro athletes do today is remarkable. And I just think particularly at the quarterback position, so I've been fortunate to be around a number of quarterbacks that have played a long time. Dave Craig, Joe, and obviously Brett and Aaron. So I think it's real credit to what he does, on and off the field. Just to be able to play at the level that he's playing, but what he's doing physically is beyond. And I think he's definitely has raised the bar for the quarterback position moving forward.
Jen Slater, NFL Network. I know there's been a lot of talk about Jason Peters, but I wanted to hone in on the fact that I know you guys were talking as it related to free agents, how hard it was just to find those type of guys. To get a guy like Jason Peters in here, but also to have him already on the first day talking to your young guys. How significant is that, and have you seen that before?
I'll tell you what, I think we're blessed. Really, because obviously of Jason for just, incredible career that he's had to this point. And, then when you have the Arkansas connection, that definitely helps. And so, but, it's just like anything to have a chance to sit down with someone. But just, man, what a joy he's been, since our first conversation. And, just the understanding of, the expectation of what he brings to the table, and I know Tyler and even Terrence. I know the young guys are excited and have been picking his brain since he's been here. So he just in the little time he's been here, he's been an excellent addition. We're going to be smart with him. He'll just work individual today. He worked individual on Monday, so we're kind of taking a kind of a ramp up type mindset with Jason as we move forward.
Mike McCarthy, Dallas Morning News. Pressure on the quarterback. It's pressure on the quarterback. They'll take it any way it comes. But interior pressure against Tom Brady, is that of particular importance, getting in his face a little bit, having to move the pocket?
Well, I'll say this. Something that I've always paid attention to from that side of the ball, particularly when you talk about pass rush plans. I think the older, more experienced your quarterback is, the more inside pressure you got to give them because. Their ability to step and slide and slip, the number of reps that 10-plus year quarterbacks have, that's really so much in their wheelhouse, the ability to play within the A and B gaps. So the edge stuff doesn't bother them as much. They've seen it, they felt it. They got great experience of taking a deeper drop, setting it high to buy themselves another yard and a half in their platform. So all those things are, they come with experience. So, but yeah, I've always felt, it's something that, coaching. I've been fortunate to work with older quarterbacks. You got to really, we always talk about those A and B gaps. You got to, no one runs through the A and B gaps. You got to keep those A gaps clean, and I think their center does a great job of swiping, is what we call it. Anytime he's free, he goes and swipes, one of your defensive tackles to open up that A gap. So I think they do a nice job of that.
Well, they ain't gonna have that center now, but let's listen to more of what Mike McCarthy have to say. Like I said, if you team Mike McCarthy, let me see MM in the chat. Let's go.
Matt Cagle, Mr. Program. You coached a long time now. Do you get nervous at all before games anymore, or is it just another day at the office?
No, I'll tell you what, I like being nervous because to me, I think you learn through time. There's a lot that comes out of that energy. I think when people are nervous, I don't look at nervous as being that's why I'm saying it the way I'm saying it. I don't think it's a negative. I think all energy. Jerry thinks all news is good news. I think all energy is good energy. So that's we kind of meet halfway there, but that's another topic. But
I get what Mike is saying. Shout out to the people that putting MM in the chat. I'm rooting for Mike. That's my guy right now, man. But you should remove all nervous bone out of your body. and probably use another term like, I anticipate or I'm anxious. Maybe that for the moment. I'm hasting the day because nervousness, there are some things that people say even when you go through Toastmaster, right? If you go to those speaking academies and they say those are dirty words, negative words, right? You don't want to use certain words because we are vibrational people, man. Energy harness and low vibration, sometimes will harness the wrong type of energy, the wrong type of vibes. But if you start speaking positivity, right? That I have boldness, I'm entering in this game with boldness, I don't have a nervous bone, even if you are doubting yourself in a sense, right? But you shouldn't say it because words have meanings and it will cast a spell upon you. So I'm hyped about this moment. I can't wait to see this game. My opponents, the opposition shall be nervous, but none of my guys, because I don't care if it's 300 of us and it's 1,000,000 against my 300. What is your profession?
Spartan! What is your profession? This is Sparta! Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
That should be the mindset of the people, man. We going into this battle. This is wartime. And if you got a shaky hand, you may not shoot right? If you have a trembling voice, it may not convey right. It may not get to the people, your troops right. That's why I need for you to speak with boldness, right? You should decree these things, man. Come on, coach. Because if you start being timid a little bit, it trickles down. Maybe that one person that need that extra lift would say, hey, man, I'm a little weak right now, And people, this is what I'm saying. Trust me, Mike McCarthy should be looking at this moment and saying, hey, we've been here before. I've coached this type of game before, right? And let me say this. If anybody got pressure, it's Mike McCarthy, because I know he hears like the news of, hey, Sean Payton. Hey, Sean Payton. Hey, Dan Quinn. Hey, Dan Quinn. Hey, Kellen Moore, right? So that is on the back of his mind, subconscious mind of, hey, if you don't get it done this year, then it could be sayonara. So we got to get this energy, this strong energy, the positive mindset going. We do.
No, I just think all energy. You see, TC just put that in my head before I walked in there. But I think all energy is something you could benefit from. I really do. So I think you learn that through time because at the end of the day, sports, the competitive arena, it's all about.
See, Nick, Mike is different, yeah.
And you got to be able to not just deal with it, you got to be able to run through it in every situation. So I think it's very healthy when guys, because we're all built differently.
But we are.
There's different things that will set me off or nab at me because I am older and I have seen more.
Yeah, you've seen a lot.
That may affect a younger guy. So I think you have to be in tune with that, and I think it's all part of your experience.
Babe Loffler, Dallas Cowboys Radio Network. With a guy like Jason Peters, somebody who you have not had previous experience with, and an older player, do you have to sit down and talk to that guy? Or how do you get a feel for, does this guy really want to do this still?
Oh, definitely. I mean, really, that's really what the interview process was. He came in here and sat down with everybody, myself included, Stephen and Jerry. We all had a chance to sit down, and to me, that's a two-way conversation. I mean, it's, you're talking about a future Hall of Famer.
Right.
He's played a lot of football, and fit has to be on both sides. So obviously we were interviewing him, but I'm fully like the way he was interviewing us too, because
Right.
So, and that's really how it went down. And I'll let him speak for himself, but he seemed very excited to be part of this. Obviously being from Texas, Atlanta, Texas, and
Right.
Finishing his career here. This is a great way for him to finish, and I'm very glad he's here.
Going back to Tom Brady, I am curious, is it hard to scheme against a guy who has seen so much in the league?
Yes, definitely. I mean, that's part of their experience. You know, that's part of his greatness. You know, his instinct and awareness. You know, I mean, him and Aaron. I mean, how many guys have played that much? You know, and yeah, so that's definitely a big part of their, what they bring to the table. So yeah, in my opinion, I mean, scheme will be important in this game because history will tell you 35% of the plays in this game are going to be unscouted or be some type of variation of things we've seen before. So really, we're really focused on, the basics and just playing our game and we just want to get up and compete because we're not going to sit here and try to play chess with Tom Brady. That's not the game plan. So I can make that very clear for you.
Yes, man. Mike is making me happy now when he talked about scheme. Let me give a round of applause for Mike. Because if you fool around and give Tom base formation, right, the typical 4-3 defense, you guys remember when the number change rule came about, some of the older quarterbacks, including Tom, was one of the people to yell out, I don't like this. I don't like a linebacker wearing 11, or I don't like a safety wearing a different number outside of what I'm accustomed to seeing, right? Or a defensive edge guy wearing a different number because they are fixated on their knowledge of the game for what it used to be, right? Discipline. Understanding if you read the safety, you read the top of your defense all the way down, right? What we call it, you read high to low, right? But if you have the ability to craft up a scheme, whereas you throw all of that out the window, meaning that just because you see Parsons line up on a certain hash, that doesn't mean that he got hooked to flat responsibilities, right? And if you are crafty enough to have the ability, the flexibility to flex and disguise your Mike linebacker, you can make it a dangerous world for the quarterback who's trying to slide protection, right? Who may be uncomfortable with their center, may be uncomfortable with their guard play. And now you got the linebacker squeezing through the A-gap instead of dropping into the hook to flat, right? Now what you're reading, what you thought that you knew, is now a pick six, right? Going the other way. And it doesn't matter how long you've been playing this game, but if you can disguise and scheme, it could make it difficult for the quarterback. But if you give Tom Brady vanilla, he's going to eat that up and say, I want some more. I want some more to eat. Law, do you have any truth to that? Shoot, just look up that Atlanta Falcons versus, was it the Patriots? Yeah, the Patriots Super Bowl, right? They went into their vanilla-based defense. They said, okay, we up 28-3. We good. We could coast right on in to lifting up that Lombardi trophy. And all he did was ate them alive, right? And he was about to do that to the Rams. He was about to eat them alive. Just ran out of time.
Sports Illustrated, 13 sacks for Micah last season. No doubt he would love to give Tom Brady his first sack this season. You were talking a little bit about energy there. What kind of energy have you seen out of Micah this week?
I think Micah has cranked it up, taking it to a whole different level.
Whole different level.
He's had some excellent practices throughout training camp. Some of the things he's done in the pass rush drills. I'm just thinking through the Chargers week. But he's taken it to another level since we've gotten back from Oxnard, and he's probably had 2 or 3 practices that he's been super, extremely disruptive, and I think it's him, taking that next step. I know he has a very strong desire to be an elite player. I feel strongly, and I think everybody feels strongly he is that or will be that for us. And with that comes a lot of responsibility. So you can see that the energy and he's into it. It's game week. They're all into it. I mean today's vibe was totally different than what it was on Monday. So I kind of use the analogy, last week was a little bit like a slow opening, for a restaurant. My dad owned a bar, so not that we ever had a slow opening, but it's just you're getting back into it, coming off of the hot practices, the indoor practices into the first time out in the heat and everything. So, the quality was good, but the quantity of what we're trying to get done at the level we want to get done wasn't quite what it was. But you'll see that won't be the case today. So, and Micah's a big part of that.
Mike, when's the last time you had a defense this fast, and is it documented in your GPS or is it an eye test?
Well, I didn't have GPS in 2010, so that's the highest rated defense that I've ever had as a head coach, and I think this one definitely has the look and has the ability to be that caliber of a defense. So, if you go from start to finish, from the off-season program, the OTAs, through training camp, and I think it'll be the case when we line up Sunday night. Our defense has been extremely consistent, and I think it's clearly the benefits of year two with Dan and the staff and the players, and our depth is really it's clearly reflected in our 53-man roster. So, but I'm excited to see this defense compete Sunday night.
Blair.
Getting back to the original question about talking about the running game, you said the running game is important. Last year you didn't try to run against them; you threw a lot. What's been the difference for you this year? Why was it something they did, or why is the focus to run on them this year when you didn't even try to do it last year?
Well, that's really that's the beauty of the game. That's the beauty of how the game's called. I think clearly when we went out there, and especially they lost their corner there early too, to the dislocated elbow. So we just really felt confident in the matchups. Every game has an ebb and flow to it, and that's really my job and the play caller's responsibility to be in tune with the ebb and flow of the game. And
notice he said that's that job of the play caller. This is last year's stats or what have you. You will see. How we started the year is exactly how we finished the year. Tony Pollard had only 3 carries for 14 yards. He averaged 4.7 yards per tote. And Elijah Elliott had 11 carries for 33 yards, and he averaged 3.0 yards per tote. But what this stat doesn't tell you is that they actually averaged more on the outside. I did some look up of some tape, and I found out that they was averaging 5.5 on the outside runs, right? It was the inside runs. Go back for those who watched this game multiple times, and you would see Biotish, he was on skates. Connor Williams, he was on skates. Hey, Connor McGovern, he did a decent job of holding down the fort, but I can tell you guys, they did majority of those runs inside the A and B gap, and I was sitting there like, no more 21 slam. You don't run it into the teeth of that big boy Vita Vea, right? Gobble, 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 gobble. And what they did this offseason is they went and got Hicks, right? Who remember him for the Chicago Bears? I think I got his stats somewhere over here. Hakeem Hicks. He's a good run stopper, big boy. He had 5 sacks last season from the interior. So that's what he do. He's a plug inside. And what they did also with that is that they made sure that they reinforced it with another guy by the name of William. Of course, he was there. So Golston, he had 5 sacks last season. So these guys in the interior is where they can create this type of difficult situation. I truly believe you can still bounce it to the outside. The problem is when you bounce it to the outside, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, is these few things. You got where my guy at? David and White. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me go over to the Buccaneers. You got these 2 boys, these 2 linebackers. They fly, they hit, they chase. But I would rather have these boys running and trying to tackle Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. They may win the first quarter. Far as the matchup of running the ball, they may win it. But if you continue to put that wood on them, he'll eventually bend. And then after it bend, he'll eventually break. But you have to be psycho crazy to continue to do it. Now, the Cowboys did get behind in that game. Let me see if I got the box score all together. Let me see if I got it somewhere right here. All right, so here we go. 7-7. Then the Buccaneers jumped up 14. They scored 2 touchdowns in that particular deal. We were playing chase. It was a pretty much back and forth situation. Remember, the Bucs scored first. The Cowboys, when we score first, baby, I think that our record is like 9-0 or something like this, some crazy number. Somebody can pull up the actual number, what we have when we score first. But the mindset of the young offensive coordinator opens up even more when we score first. Sometimes when the other team score first, it's scrap out all what we are doing and we get pass happy. But you got to open up your mind, your heart, to continue to do those things as it relates to winning the game, and that is running the ball. T.O.P. Hey, Sam Rose has passed the damn ball. I feel you, fam. Tom got a lot of dritters. I appreciate you. Parsons, Pollard, Turpin, Wishbone, Greg Berry, I feel you on that. Let's go. Let's listen.
And that game took on a track meet type ebb and flow. I mean, it was
track meet.
The quarterbacks were playing well. The protection was good. The ball was being distributed. I think both teams had an incredible amount of completions and attempts. So
I know you're joking, Sam. You my guy.
Jumps out at me from that game, and at the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to. As long as we're getting the ball distributed, I mean, the importance of the run game to me is more about the run blocking unit. Getting up on the balls of their feet, fighting and attacking, second reaction, and all those things. Where they're not playing on their heels all day, when you're throwing it. But the final result is, we have to get the ball distributed to our perimeter players. And
all right, hey, this is another thing that I got to say. I meant to say this earlier. I'm not equating that if you attempt to run the ball, it's an automatic win. If you get 30 attempts, you win the game. No, I'm looking at running the ball from a scheme aspect. I'm trying to get these guys out of quarters defense. I'm trying to get them out of two shell look. I'm trying to manipulate their safety to come down inside the box. I want them to be in their run block. I want them to be in their run stop defense, so it can open up the play action passes so that we can see some of the skill sets that Dak Prescott is tremendous in, right? Dak Prescott out for play action is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And rolling out, man, design rollouts is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. But you have to earn that right to get some of those looks, and that's all predicated of what you do with your running attack. But you got to get those boys to really want to defend the run or stop the run. Let's see. Ken Art says, no offense to Dido, but not sure we have the total RB personnel needed for this season. For that wishbone, Ken Art, or you talking about for that for just being a heavy pound and ground type of team. We got 2 guys that's on the practice squad that I really, really like, Malik Davis, and I do like the other kid, Quadri Ollison. I think that he's a hard-nosed runner. He'll put that head down on you, and he will lean forward to give you some extra yards. He's 6'1", 230 pounds, just a solid, well-built guy that can really take some of that punishment there. And if you're looking at combinations, I would love to see Ezekiel Elliott, Malik Davis, and then Quadri as your 3 running backs. And then your more of the guys that's out in space, boundary on the outside will be your Tony Pollards of the world. And I'm not saying that Tony can't run in between the splits. We've seen it happen. But I want us to utilize Tony Pollard exactly what they're talking about doing with Cavante Turpin, right? End arounds on the edge, line them up in the backfield right before the snap, put them into the slot, or vice versa with Ezekiel Elliott. I think that those type of things can put these teams on their heels. And of course, a lot of people will say, and this is Quadri right here, he's a hard runner. Yes, he's practice squad for a reason, right? I'm not saying that he can walk on water and things like that, but go back and look at my review of him. I truly believe that he is a hard one-cut read guy North and South guy. And then, of course, he can give you special teams. As we look at this, he's going to come down and pop this dude, make him fumble the ball, I believe. Bam! Get that ball up out of there. Who remember Tecmo Bowl when you heard that noise? That's what he did to that boy over there. Boy, let's get it.
And I thought, especially for week one, I thought we did an excellent job of that.
Dave. You were the top-ranked offense last year, but when you went back and looked at it, some of your red zone issues, did that come back to not being able to run the ball when you needed to run the ball, and that was some of the inefficiency there?
I think, Dave, you make an excellent point. I think history will definitely support that. I mean, if you look at red zone offenses over the history of this league, the red zone run game is a big part of it. And I don't really think it gets enough due because, the way runs may be evaluated, because, if you have a +4 run, that's a win. +3 run, looked at as a loss on a lot of analytical breakdowns. But, the red zone run game, 2 or 3 yards is, to me is still a win because, you're running it for different, you're running it a little differently down there. Spacing's different, the defense is playing you is different and so forth. So, and like anything, there's only 2 ways to throw the football. You either drop back and throw it or you have an action game. So, and when you're not running it down there, I mean, obviously you're limiting yourself in your normal down and distance offense.
Oh, wow. We got a Rams Jerome already in the house. Shout out to Rams Jerome, and let me know if you're a team Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just check in. I just want to know. If you're team Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Check in right quick. I love to know who my Buccaneers Jerome is. Every year we get our Jeromes in the house, Shout out to the Jeromes. Check in.
Statistics for offensive linemen, but Zach Martin has more Pro Bowls than he does holding penalties.
That's unbelievable.
Outstanding.
I was just told that before I walked in here.
Knock on some wood, because if Zach Martin get a holding penalty this Sunday, I'm going to move some furniture around here. Come on, man. He better not get a holding penalty this weekend. Come on.
Thoughts about that and what it says about him as a player?
I think it's unbelievable. No, I mean, what can you say? I mean, I'd love the stat because if there's anything when people ask you about a player, and you can just say, look at that stat. That's who he is every day. I mean, that's what Zach Martin does every single day. He's the same guy every day in the weight room. He's the same guy, in the classroom. He's the same guy.
Let's go.
On the field, on the practice field. So, and I mean, his level of consistency, obviously, the level of his performance is obviously in the Hall of Fame status, in my opinion. And he's got a lot of football left, but his consistency is clearly one of his best attributes.
Man, Zach Martin, man, he's the GOAT, man. Zach Martin, baby. When you meet Zach Martin, he is the classic humble beast, So shout out to Zach Martin. Let's get to this before we open up the phone lines. I want to pull up the depth chart right quick, and this is our beloved Cowboys depth chart. As you guys can see, basically, CeeDee Lamb is our wide receiver 1, right? And then what's very alarming to most is you see Gallup out there. This could be a ploy to the opposing teams to say, hey, man, we got to get ready for 13 over there. He did pretty good against us last year, but we all know that Gallup is not playing, right? It will be a situation and scenario that I got to bet with my guy, Boss Cowboy, that Simi Fehoko will score a touchdown or have an unbelievable game this week. And I'm rooting for Simi 81. The ponytail and all coming out of the helmet. I want him to flourish this game. I think that if we look at the matchups, 4'3" guy, 6'3.5", I think he got the size. I think he got the speed. He may not get off the LOS good, so they're going to have to manipulate him, right? Kick him inside, get him playing inside the slot, maybe have a play where you have CeeDee Lamb on the outside, and you got to get creative with this lineup, right? And then let's pull up this one right quick, and we'll take a look at the defense too. But I truly believe that this team is okay on the defensive side. If you have reservations on the defense, let me know, Cowboy Nations. I think that DeMarcus Lawrence, Big Quentin Bohanna, a lot of people are saying, hey, why Neville Gallimore? Why Gallimore is the second guy? You can't trust what you see off of this defense. They're going to rotate people so much on the defensive line that you really can't pencil in, hey, man, is this guy really the starter, or if this guy really the starter, or if it's that guy. But if you look at Big 98, we all been banging on the table. Let me look at y'all. We've been banging on the table talking about we need a big boy inside. Gobble, 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 gobble guy, right? But you guys may look at it from a fandom aspect and say, I would love to have Neville Gallimore in right now, right? For the first team reps. No. I look at it like, hey, Big Bo, I'm pushing big body case. Stop me for the 9-8. I got to sell 1 million copies, right? I want Big Boy to lean all of that weight on that opposition so he would get it ready for the third and fourth quarter. If you go down and you look at stats, majority of sacks come in the third and fourth quarter. I want him to make it soft for him. So when Neville Gallimore come in, it's going to be nasty, baby. Where my Mr. It's Mr. Nasty time. He will be fresh, running after Tom Brady.
It's Mr. Nasty time.
So that big boy, can do all of the heavy lifting on the first quarter, maybe the second quarter. But then Neville come in to finish, to go in and make sure he make Tom Brady his 45-year-old baby. That's what I want. That's what I want, Cowboy Nation. I know that you guys look at this depth chart and you say, man, hey, man, why Neville Gallimore is on the second team? Or even Sam Williams, right? I want Sam Williams, even if he's the third string right here on the lineup right there as it relates to the rotation aspect. Can you imagine you huffing and puffing, right? You tired of DeMarcus Lawrence of what he did in the first and the second quarter. You tired of even Dorrance Armstrong and what he did in the first and second quarter, right? And then all of a sudden,
it's Mr. Nasty time.
It's time for the late third and the fourth quarter. You see Sam Williams, fresh legs, baby. Johnny says it all. Parker, appreciate you, man. Fresh legs in the latter quarters, because that's when you win the game. Third and fourth quarter, the battle is won and lost down in the trenches. And one thing we can really point out far as the preseason game, that there were not a major dip or drop-off from our second-team defense nor our third-team defense. Right? So that's how I look at it, right? And I know a lot of you guys look at it like, no, I want my guy to be out there in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, etc. But no, this is how we got to look at it, right? So that's why I look at it like, hey, let's continue to smash in the late third and fourth quarters. That's how I look at it. These boys will be smashing during that time frame, Cowboy Nation. And that's what I see out of this depth as it relates to this depth chart. Let me know if I'm wrong, Cowboy Nation. And then, of course, you got your special teams. We went over this already. Cavante Turpin. We really want them to look at this and say, hey, all right, you going to punt the ball off? Oh, okay. All right, who's this little guy? We not worried about him, and then you see him flip the field for you. The shorter field make it easier for the Cowboys to score. The number one team in offense last year. And I get it, Noah Brown, he's going to have to stand tall this year on the offensive side because this would be his shining armor and time to submit to the world and tell everybody, hey, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong about talking about me. It's time for me to be a part of this thing as it relates to being part of the good offense out there. But outside of that, like I said last night to my boys, we're going to talk about this real quickly, then we'll pull up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers depth chart. I said, last year, the offensive line, was it a better combination last year versus this year? Let me tell you guys, Last year, the interior, I'm not even talking about Tyron Smith. We already know he's legendary. But last year's offensive line versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Dak Prescott still threw for 400 yards and had 2 wide receivers to get off. Last year, we had Connor Williams, Tyler Biadasz, Connor McGovern, and it was Lyle Collins at that time as a right tackle. Fast forward to this year, we have Connor McGovern, Tyler Biadasz, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele. Which combination is better? I'm excluding the left tackle for sure, but which combination is better? Last year combination or this year combination? And he was just talking about Zach Martin, right? He didn't get a chance to play last year in this opening. So let me know, Cowboy Nation, which combination is better? Last year's offensive line combo or this year? I need to know for all of the people that was pressing that panic button. You know, that panic button all in the fire. Let me put the fire off of the man at least. Hey, get off that panic button, you know, and they was pressing the panic button. Was last year combination better or this year combination is better? Shout out to Dylan, man. Sorry if you already answered this, but how do you feel about our secondary going up against the Bucs? Ooh-wee. Let me pull that up, man, since you made the donation to help elevate the nation, man. I really appreciate you so much, man. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I really do. Let me go right here. Pivot, and I ain't talking about the podcast. Let's pivot right quick. This is my guy over here, box scores. We go over here. I touched a little bit on this, but let me give you guys some details, right? I don't think that they have Antonio Brown, who gave them 5 receptions, 121 yards, right? I don't think that they will have a Rob Gronkowski, who is always the quarterback best friend, who control the middle of the field. Go back and watch the tape. He just made my linebackers look foolish. I'm not even going to say my linebacker's name, right? He had 8 receptions for 90 yards, right? Godwin, I don't think that he will be that 9 reception for 105 yards. I don't care if they playing coy with us. I don't think that our guys will be facing those type of guys, right? Now, they still have Mike Evans, who had 3 receptions for 24 yards. Newsflash, the 24 yards didn't even come on Trayvon Diggs. Diggs put the clamps on the board. So I truly believe that Diggs will be better this year than what he was last year. Right? And Julio, we all love Julio Jones. But he is not the same Julio for the Atlanta Falcons or for that first year that he played for the Tennessee Titans, right? But Julio still is Julio, and we got to respect him, yeah. But I think that our guys, with those type of wide receivers, right? The only wide receiver that killed us or cooked us last year that was big was the wide receiver that wore 81, Tim Patrick, for the Denver Broncos. But normally, our DBs do a wonderful job against big wide receivers. It's the short, shifty guys. So let's talk about Russell, Gage. That'll be the only guy that we'll pull up their particular chart right here, Cowboy Nation. You see Mike Evans, their wide receiver 1, their wide receiver 2, Chris Godwin. Much praises go to him. But Russell Gage is my only unknown. Shout out to him, LSU product. For those who out there, if you're LSU, let me know in the chat if you're LSU.
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
So he is the guy that you have to worry with a little bit with speed. A little bit with speed. And he is the guy that they're going to line up inside the slot. He's a nuanced route runner, but he's normally the go guy. And Tom Brady, as I lamented earlier, no one threw more touchdowns than Tom Brady last season. And I'm quite sure Tom Brady is ready to throw those touchdowns again this season, right? All right, so Russell will be that guy. Scotty Miller, yeah, he can get out if granted, but you see him a little further down on the depth chart there. But they could roll out some packages where you have Russell and Scotty, and I truly believe that our DBs would do a decent job against those boys. Leonard Fournette, you hit him early often, you'll stop that big boy. He's an LSU product. Shout out to LSU guys. And then Richard Wright, he's a punt return, kickoff return guy. He will be a guy that we would have to somehow, to a degree, know that if he get the ball in his hands, what you can do is make him fumble the ball. You can punch that thing out. DT says, nah, I'm an LSU fan. Laugh out loud. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to y'all. But y'all know it's Jackson State over here, but shout out to him. Tampa also have Keanu Neal. Yeah, Rudy. Yeah, I see him. He's at the bottom of the depth chart there. Him and Logan Ryan. Their starters right now is Winfield Jr. Put a bubble on 31. It's way at the bottom. You might have to squint your eyes to see it. But he is a guy that he's an enforcer out there on the field. He come down and hit. He is a baby Buddha Baker, you know what I'm saying, kind of plays with that chip on his shoulder. I was high on him coming out of the draft, and he's a guy. He's a guy that you would have to say, okay, in this secondary, yeah. Carlton Davis, I think you can get him on a double move. Dean, he's solid. Shaquille Barrett, he's no one to sneeze at. I already talked about the two linebackers, right? Golston, Villa, and Hicks, those are all run stuffers, right? So those guys, we'll have to hit them up early and often, right? But I'm not worried about their rotation deep. Just look at their team. Just look at their team, and then when you pay attention to ours, as far as the rotational aspect of it, we deep, baby. We are so deep as it relates to the rotation aspect of it, Cowboy Nation. It's crazy. It's crazy because once you get used to Osa, you got Gallimore. Tristan Hill, he's hungry. He's ready to eat. Fowler, Williams, Sam Williams, Basham. I mean, Basham might even catch another interception. We are deep, right? I think that our defense will be so nasty come Sunday night. I can't wait to see it. We're going to be sending everything Tom Brady's way because you can't play your base. Yeah, Winfield is nice, though. Winfield is nice. Let me look at our team. Who will I kick off our team to have in Winfield right now? Oh, my gosh, man. I like the promises that we got with McComu and Marquise Bell. Man, I would give my guy Donovan Wilson the boot for it. I just play with y'all. But Winfield is nice, man. I can't wait to see what we do in this setup. J-Ron Curse, Donovan Wilson, and Malik Hooker, those guys going to fly around and do some crazy things for us in this defense. I like our guys. But Winfield, baby. All right. Let's open up the phone line, 657-390-7391, baby. Somebody, if you one of the mods or if somebody that want to be participating, can you put down the number in the chat so we can pin it to the top of the screen? But that is the unofficial Tampa Bay Buccaneers roster. Of course, Julio 85. And their offensive line is in shambles right now. So we'll be okay, Cowboy Nation. It's just that I just truly believe that we will have to hit first. We definitely got to hit first. Don't give these boys momentum. Don't be telling everybody Mike McCarthy, even if you're honest, don't be telling everybody we nervous. I don't want to hear the N word at all. Mike McCarthy, you need to remove that word from your vocabulary. Nervous shouldn't even be a talking point or a focal of anybody wording or situation, but y'all call in 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Somebody put it in. All right, for the first caller for today, we got 972. You live.
What's up with it, Law?
What's good with you, Chief? Talk to me, man.
Ain't nothing, man. You've been going for a while, man. but you just submitted your GOAT status by referencing that want to be a baller lyric, man. That pushing big body don't stop me. It's 49, hey, I'm still a mint coffee.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to you for that, man. You go with it, man.
Appreciate it.
But I wanted to kind of ask you a question, bro. As far as our defense, like, people are up on our defense, but I think this defense could be even more than what we think. I think this could be a Legion of Boom, Tampa Bay, Baltimore Ravens, maybe almost, dare I say, the 85 Bears. But let me ask you this, man. Like, okay, with the secondary, what questions do you have about our secondary?
Well, this is the thing.
Quick version.
It is like I truly believe that the defensive front makes the secondary better, right? I mean,
absolutely.
If you have a front that's creating pressures, chasing to the quarterbacks, then the DBs, it may take a game or so for them to get in rhythm because we haven't seen the first team defense out there, right? But if your defensive front can get pressure and Trayvon Diggs can sit on routes now and saying, okay, the ball got to be out in 2 to 3 seconds. Should you have more picks, you will have more turnovers, takeaways. And if you have more aggressive DBs, if your back end is good, like, for example, if DeMonte KZ was a little bit better safety, right, in that Patriots game, the pass that old boy caught and made my guy Trayvon Diggs look bad, right? But that should be a classic play that if it was the Legion of Boom, Earl Thomas picking that off, Cam Chancellor picking that off, right? Because of the defense, because of your safety that can secure the back end for your cornerbacks. And that's how I look at Malik Hooker, and we've seen pieces of that sprinkled in from Mama's Cooking, from Izzy.
Well, let me answer the question a little bit quicker then. How about do you see we have any holes in our secondary, our linebacker core, our defensive line? Do you see any holes there?
Outside of Parsons? On the linebacker core, I mean that could be.
Not a hole.
I'm talking about a hole, like outside of Parsons. I have like a slight reservations on LVE. Like he got to, if LVE can give me 2018 LVE, I'm straight. I don't have any worries on this team. Anthony Brown last year, if he just take away his his penalties, then I'll have no issues with Anthony Brown. He only had 2 bad games, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game as well as the Raiders game. But outside of that, I don't have any ill wills on this team on the defensive side.
Well, let me tell you how I think about it. Like Anthony Brown, I think he was one of the best quarterbacks last year.
Yeah.
Like it took a while for us to actually realize how good he was playing. He was playing solid. He had a solid year. As far as LVE, we still have Cox and Barr, and we have Micah Parsons, one of the best linebackers out there. Defensive line, we have super depth in our defensive line.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is our defense is solid, like all across the board, and the sky's the limit. I don't see no holes in our defense, honestly.
Yeah.
But I think that we kind of, the Cowboys Nation, we don't think that our defense could take us there, but I think we can take us there, and especially if we could run the ball and we could, Kellen Moore, okay, he had his struggles, but at the end of the day, we had been top 10 offense since he took over the offensive coordinator position. So if we could run the ball and help our defense, I think this defense could be epic, man.
Yeah, to 2 things, and I'm going to answer these 2 things before I let you go. The offensive side, 2 things. Counter and making the necessary adjustments been Kellen Moore's, element right now. It's been his negative side. We see the greatness that he can present, right, being the number 1 team in points and total yards. We see, and we can get all of that, but we just need to counter better and make adjustments better. Those are the only 2 things that if Kellen Moore can work on those things, and maybe you slide in red zone scoring, those things can help his resume out tremendously. And for those that's in the chat saying, hey, for Trayvon Diggs to double move, can you imagine somebody saying against the 2000 Ravens or the 2001 Buccaneers, hey, wait till our wide receiver get that double move? If you creating pressure, There's no double move for the wide receiver available to do. That's the long developing play. That's all I wanted to say on that one.
Yeah, he's taking risks, and we ain't nervous. We ain't scared, man. Keep on pushing that positivity, bro.
Yeah.
I love it, man, and we ready for the Tampa Bay, man. We're going to win, bro.
Yes, indeed. You want to go on record with it, or you want to roll?
I'll put you up on record, man. 13. I'm gonna say Tampa Bay ain't gonna score more than 13 points, and we're gonna win. If you want to tell me that I could give you 27 for the Cowboys.
27 to 13. No more than 13. What's your name again, fam?
No more than 13. We ain't gonna give them more than 13 points, but we're gonna score more. It don't matter.
No
really.
doubt.
Win.
No doubt. What's your name?
No.
What's your name?
Tyrone, man. Tyrone.
Tyrone. All right. 27, no more than 13. I put it in there just like that. So if that happened Sunday night, man, just call back in. I got something for you, man. I appreciate you, fam.
All right, I'm checking back in. I'm tapping back in with you, man. Salute, bro.
Salute, man. That's a good call. I forgot to tell him, let me hear it one time. How about them Cowboys? But you guys get what I'm saying. Yes, indeed. Now, if that would be the magical sweet number if we hold teams of this caliber, because I'm still going to give them that respect. They were the number 2, number 3 offense last year, Tom Brady's team. If we can hold that team to 12 to 13 points, y'all better go ahead and have that crazy home for Law, because I'm going to go crazy. I'm talking about banana split crazy, man. From the 469, what's on your mind?
Hey, it's King Law. I'm just coming back.
King,
Okay.
Appreciate you. Let me save you in here again, man. I don't know why it went away, man. Yeah, it got your whole government name in there, but let me put it in here this way. That's where I know for sure it's you. All right, Hakeem, you good?
Yes, sir. All righty. So you just said we're going to hold the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to under 2 scores, or you would like to see that?
I wouldn't like to see it. I would love to see it. That's what my guy Tyrone just said. He put down on wax 27, no more than 13 for Sunday night.
See,
if that happened,
I would like to see that, but we're not going to hold them to 2 scores. I can tell you that right now.
Okay.
And because of that, our defense can't play offense, right? Everyone's talking how great our defense is looking, how spectacular it's looking, and I second that notion. I agree with that. But what is our offense going to do once that run game stalls? And once Dak is forced to have to put up points to keep up with the Buccaneers? Because what I think is going to happen is, I think it's going to be pretty close. I think it's going to be pretty close early on.
What?
It's going to be pretty close. And then when our offense isn't putting up points, it's going to be one of those games to where it's kind of teetering on a, not necessarily a blowout, but it's going to be teetering on basically a knockout blow, basically late in the third or fourth quarter for the Cowboys, in terms of the Buccaneers just basically cementing that win for themselves. So when our offense isn't, as Hank Schramm used to say, a trick laying the ball down the field, boys,
right.
When our offense isn't doing that, what do you think is going to happen?
When we're not able to move the ball, against that defense. Well, then we'll be in extreme trouble if we can't move the ball, right? If you look at it from the running aspect, if the Buccaneers shut down Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, right? And there's no way of us moving the ball now, granted, I like for the Buccaneers to look at it and say, okay, we don't like the wide receivers, and we're going to load the box to shut down the run. That way, I look at it that they're playing into the hands of the Cowboys, because that's the look that I want. That's the look that Dak Prescott flourished in. Single high safety look, and everybody trying to blitz and everything off of that edge and things like that. Even though we may not have the Amari Coopers of the world anymore on this team, but I still think that Dak Prescott flourished better as a passer when he only had the single high safety.
Man, Todd Bowles, his guys might be able to hold up in one-on-one coverage, maybe, because a lot of DCs don't respect Dak. That's why he's blitzed so much.
No. Teams stop blitzing Dak because they realize that he is one of the better passers of the balls, and he have one of the highest ratings as it relates to QBR and beyond when it's pressure.
I'll always allude to that 49ers game in the playoffs. It's a way you can blitz him and that you can succeed.
What defense were they playing, though?
They were in the zone blitz.
Yeah, the zone blitz quarters. They played quarters. They dropped 6 DBs. They got pressure off of 4. I think that the dynamics of the Buccaneers, how they create pressure, is totally different on how the actual 49ers create pressure. It's just two different ways.
The Cardinals did the same thing against Dak. The same thing.
Was it a blowout? Was it a blowout?
It was not a blowout, Law, but it's one of those games to where even Shannon Sharp says there's empty calorie stats and points. Empty calorie stats in the fourth quarter.
Oh, my gosh.
Where is that at when we need him most?
Oh, my gosh. Look,
where is that at?
I would give you this. I don't see a Buda Baker over there for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Winfield is nice, but he ain't Buda Baker.
Well, you don't like that? You don't like him?
He ain't Buda Baker. I mean, come on now. Winfield is nice, but he ain't Buda Baker. Those two different type of skill sets. And on top of that, the Cards, they played us pretty good. I think that we would have won that game if they didn't have a mobile quarterback. I think that quarterback did some crazy things to get them in a good position to win that game. But it was a real close game. And it appears that, yeah, we lost that game. Yeah, I would have loved for us to win that one. But that's a whole different scheme and two different types of style and caliber of way they approach the game and how they played the Cowboys.
Okay, and Todd Bowles can watch film from that game and see all the great things that worked in that game that confused Dak and just do the same thing at scale against Dak.
You know what? Todd Bowles is looking back at what he did last year to be successful, to beat the Cowboys. He's not going to look at other teams. I can tell you that. Todd Bowles may take a few of it, but he's going to look at, hey, this is how we beat the Cowboys last year. Let's not try to reinvent the wheel right there. They're going to play their style and their brand of defense. You know Todd Bowles. Come on.
Yes, and when he does that, all I'm saying is Dak doesn't really have the weapons that he once had before that he did struggle with last year. Now, Dak did play a great game in that opening game against the Buccaneers. He played a spectacular football game, and Todd Bowles isn't going to allow some of those same things to happen again, which is why I say he's going to emulate what other teams did that succeeded. So he's going to basically take away the good things that he did against Dak in that first game, and then combine that with other games that teams succeeded against Dak too.
And that could create a recipe for disaster for them, right? If he try to reinvent the wheel and end up getting snake bitten, because this is two different teams too, right? We have a better interior offensive line than what we had last year. Right, and we've been focusing the emphasis on running the ball. So, hey, this the area of the unknown. This is why it's football, baby. Hakeem, what else you got for the table, man? What you got for the final score prediction?
I say I want Dallas to win very badly, but I say we lose 27-17.
27-17. Buccaneers put up 27 points on this team, right?
Yes.
Who scored the majority of their touchdowns? Because they don't have Gronkowski. Just like you said, we losing all weapons. They don't have a Gronk no more. Mike Evans only had 3 catches for 24 yards last year. Antonio Brown, they don't have that. And I don't think C.J. Godwin or whatever his name, Chris Godwin, will be able to play the way he played last year if he's playing week 1. Who's going to score those 27 points? Where you get the 27 points from?
I think they're going to have a great run game. I honestly believe they're going to run the ball very well. I think they're going to use the pass to open up the run game. So, what's the running back name?
Leonard Fournette.
LSU.
Leonard Fournette?
Yeah, Leonard Fournette. I believe he could possibly have a good game. He could possibly have a great game, potentially. I believe they're going to pass it to open it up first, that old Al Davis mentality. You pass the ball to open up the run game. So I believe that's what they're going to do.
Now, let me ask you this. Do Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones last year, was that a better combo than that they had this year? They got Leonard Fournette and Richard White this year. So, and Keyshawn Vaughn or what have you. So you saying that they couldn't really get good running yards on us last year. So you saying that they're going to run it better this year on an away game?
I think, yes.
And put up 27 points.
I believe they're going to pass the ball to run the ball. And then especially if Dallas falls behind, they're naturally just going to fall into a running game and then run play action. And Brady's one of the best quarterbacks off of play action. You know that. He's one of the best quarterbacks off of play action.
Brady going to be running for his life. I can't wait to keep call back after the game, man, on my post game, and I can't wait to see if this is going to be true. 27-17 Bucks. I'm going to put your name down to King. Appreciate you so much.
All right.
Appreciate it, King, man. I ain't going to let him say, how about them Cowboys at the end? You know, but collectively, listening in to what he's saying, all of those things could be true. However, that's not going to happen Sunday night. 27-17, Buccaneers winning because of their running the ball. They are prone to throwing the ball, and that's just what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do. Remember, no one had more passing yards than Tom Brady last year. And no one had more touchdowns than Tom Brady last year. He don't like to run. They love to pass the ball. That's the philosophy of Byron Leftwich, their offensive coordinator. From the 316, the movie star, you're live.
Law 10, man.
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me, man. You know, you going to beat me up too, man. Come on, man.
No, brother, I am not beating you up. First of all, I'm trying to get my bearings together about what I just heard. The audacity of the last caller to even call himself a fan. Put a pin in that. Let's come back to it.
Yeah.
Let me give you your flowers. Because you know as well as I do, the difference between today's game and yesterday's games, back when we was winning Super Bowls, gassers.
Yeah.
Gassers. Okay, because gassers, I remember when I played, and we had to run that extra 3-4 gassers, all coach was screaming, this is where it's going to count. Fourth quarter. Who wanted more? Stamina. Okay? And that's why I said I want to give you your flowers, because you broke it down about the depth chart. You're going to have Lawrence and them beating them up the first few quarters. Then the big fella come in and open it up for whoever else they rotating in. It's fresh meat.
Fresh meat. Yeah,
okay.
Fresh legs.
The thing is, it's that way on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
You see, nobody's been paying attention to what Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones been doing. When you broke it down the way you did, I was like, man, that makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah. And since you played the game, educate the people on playing the fields. We got an all-pro punt kicker that can punt the ball just crazy at home. And then on the inverse side of it, we got Cavante Turpin. I know that was in preseason game. But the craziest thing about this one in preseason game, there's no such thing as backup special team players. Those guys actually going to be the special team players in the regular season.
Right.
That people fail to realize that. But go ahead. Woo. Too much facts.
See, the game is all about position, field position. All right. If we eating away 3-4 yards a carry in the first 2 or 3 quarters, okay, punt, I put it like this. Let me sum it up like this. It's going to be a breakout game for us. Everybody been going on record with these eyeball numbers. I'm saying Dak and the offense, with the defense help, they're going to put up 44.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let me put this down. Oh, you already ready for okay, 44.
Oh, yeah.
Let me put that down, 44.
I got a feeling just based upon everything that's going on, how even our own fans not even seeing what's brewing in our pot right now.
Yeah.
Okay. We got a 2-headed monster in the backfield. Zeke looked the best he's looked in the past, since his rookie season.
Big facts, yeah.
Okay. We just signed Jason Peters. Okay. Peters, for whatever you want to say about him, the experience and knowledge of the game and what he's getting ready to, or what he has been instilling into the young fellas. Okay, put it like this: how far of a difference is there between Jason Peters and Smith, the one we just lost?
About a notebook sheet of paper in between the two. You can slide it up under there. Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Razor
so
blade
now
thin.
you got.
Yeah.
Now you still got our own veteran giving knowledge, but now you also getting it from someone who we used to battle with, who can give you all the nuances of how he used to manhandle our players.
Yeah.
Only thing Tampa Bay defense got is the big fella.
They got big boys.
Because honestly, yeah, that's the only one we got to worry about. There's nobody else on Tampa Bay team that scare us outside of Brady.
Yeah.
He was talking about the wide receiver, C.J. Godwin. He's locked down.
Yeah.
Locked down. So when I say we putting up 44, they won't score. Oh, my God. And he was talking about Leonard Fumbleina Fournette.
Fumbleina?
Really?
And Richard fumbles a lot, too. Both of those guys.
Did he not know who's on our defensive side?
Yeah.
Who led the league? Who was in the top of the league last year for turnovers? Hello?
And you know what? Let's just stop calling them turnovers. They was takeaways. We took the ball away. We took the ball. We took it from them, right? So those things would never go away if you play disciplined football as it relates to your alignment and assignment. I ain't talking about flags and penalties. I'm talking about this team, the way Quinn got the defensive guys playing, they take the ball away.
I'm telling you, they like Ocean's 11. They out here robbing everybody every time they get on the field.
Hey, dog, I'm going to have to use that one, man. They like Ocean 11. They robbing and taking everything. And Benedict, he could try whatever that dude's name was, man. He could try all he want, but they took it away again.
At the end of the day, they made out pretty with all the money.
They laid it out. Yo, they made it out, baby.
Okay. So, I'm saying, like, I can't believe that. The last call, nothing against it. No. We all fans. We all part of the Cowboy Nation. But man, his argument held no water whatsoever.
Yeah.
You know, and I understand your position. I'm just saying, from a fan listening to it, I was praying I was the next call.
but man, I got this line longer than Shaq feet, man. I'm gonna try to have a good time today, man. Because I know, you know what? I could hold a conversation, man. We could talk about this all night, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate you, fam. Let people know what you've been doing, man.
Oh man, I just got back from Atlanta. About to start filming on Joint Custody. PPP Loan is rocking, still #1 comedy on Tubi. Yeah, man, things is rolling my way. And Cowboy Nation, let them hang. How about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed, baby. Man, I'm so crunk now, man. He revived the whole mood. Man, I love it, man. Hey, Cowboy Nation, I get it, right? Last night, a lot of you guys was sitting there saying, hey, man, why y'all being so negative about the Cowboys, right? I love it. I love that Big Game James think a certain way. I love it that Boss Cowboy always going to give you guys the conspiracy angle to things, right? And I love the way I love how all of this stuff works out, Cowboy Nation. But at the end of the day, my whole stance on this is I try to pull out, okay, this is what can happen. That what can happen, right? Tom Brady is no one to sneeze at. Yes, they got weapons, but we do too. It appears that we still have more weapons. Now, the aficionados, you know, that's a story of another day. But neither here nor there, man. Let me see who all we got here, man. Who's been in here? I thought I saw my guy on hold over here. Let me see, because he's been trying to get in for a minute here. And I don't see him anymore. But I got my guy, 469. What's on your mind right down here in Texas, man? What's good, man? Right down the street.
Hey, when you see that 469, you know it's about that time. What's up, Law, baby?
What's good with you, James? What's going on with you, man? Talk to me, man.
Man, hold on. We finna run that. We finna run that call or 2 calls ago back, man. You know what I'm talking
Run
about?
that back, man. Run that back.
Man, I don't know what that boy been on, but he must ain't been watching the preseason. You know what I'm talking about? He said Leonard Fournette is about to have a good game against the defensive front of the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think he know who on the depth chart. Law. I don't think. Hold on. So let me break it down to him.
Break it on down.
We got old Diggy Zoo.
Old Diggy Zoo.
He need touch the field in preseason, so they ain't even get to get a taste of what it's gonna be like going up against him.
Mm-hmm.
And then next to him, we gonna have either it could be either one. We could have the human wrecking ball, Neville Gallimore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Or we can have Big 9A, Big Bo Hannah.
Big
You
Bo.
see what I'm saying? And then on either side of them, we can have D Law. Okay, he coming back for the tank. He said he wants the tank back this year.
Yeah.
We can have Doris Armstrong. You see what I'm
Yay,
saying?
the house,
And
baby.
And then we got some other people. If they need a little win, we got some other people. We got Terrell Basham who can come in, Dante Fowler who can come in. And if they get tired, we got somebody with a motor that don't quit, and Tristan Hill who can come in. So when he say Leonard Fournette about to have a good game, where? Week 2? Because this show ain't about to be week 1, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, that's all I got to say.
No doubt, man. That boy right there, Leonard Fournette. Now.
And not even that long. They ain't even got their starting center. They got a backup who got to see old Diggy Zua, who got to see a Neville Gallimore, who gonna have to see a Bo Hannah. You know what I'm saying? And then they pre-married. You know, I ain't even mention that one. I ain't even mention that one yet, Law. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mention that one. But we know who I'm talking about. Okay? Micah Parsons.
Oh, yeah.
Micah Parsons. Oh, shoot.
Dang. You know what? The craziest thing of it all, Parsons had a better run grade, right, against the run in college than what he had against pass rush grade, right? People fail to realize that Parsons is no one to sneeze at when it's time to stop the run, and especially hook to flat if they do that. And if this dude rush in for the quarterback, it's cool. It's over with, man. They gonna want to sing Kumbaya, but it is what it is. I get it, man. I get it, because people look back at this team and they say this is the same old Cowboys that we had 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But this is a whole different Cowboys team, especially on the defensive side of the coin. I can't wait to see Tom Brady. All you got to do is look up what the Saints did to Tom Brady. And I'm quite sure last year, of course, the Saints were pretty good on defense, but I'm quite sure that this defense is a whole lot better than the Saints defense last year. Let's get it.
Man, Law talk. They ain't hearing good preaching. They don't know good preaching when they hear Law. They don't know. Come on, Law, you gotta give it to them, baby.
Let's get it, man. Let me let some more callers in.
I don't know what side of Dallas you on, but I feel you ain't got enough. He ain't got enough good in his heart right now. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got enough Cowboys good in his heart. So what he need to do, he need to go on in. He need to go to the website, pull up wherever we gonna have the Cowboys Experience. Make sure he buy 2 tickets so he can bring a friend and come out and get some of that good Cowboys love on. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you
indeed.
Sound like he bleeding that maroon and brown, whatever they got down there in Tampa Bay. He need to get some of that silver and blue love. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
come on down and see some people in person. You see. That's what he needs.
That's what he needs, man.
Hey, talking about 27, talking about 20. I don't give Tampa Bay 14 points.
You don't give him 14 points. What's your score prediction, man, before I let you go, James? What's your score prediction, man?
All right. So I'm gonna give it. We ain't got no kicker, so we're gonna have to hit all touchdowns. I'm giving them 21-13. And I'm gonna leave you on this. Law. 11 personnel, 12 personnel. We gonna see if they linebackers can cover. 11 personnel, 12 personnel.
Okay.
They're gonna have to bang and they're gonna have to cover. And that's why we gonna win right there.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you so much, man. Let me hear you say it, man, before I let you roll, fam.
How about them Cowboys? We going all the way, baby.
All the way, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's my guy, man. Put your hands together for James, man. And shout out to my guy Akeem, who said that, to give us this energy right now. Hold on right quick. I'm gonna drop my doggone tablet over. Yeah, I got my tablet back. Got the book of law over here. I had to start a whole new page. All right, so hey, with that being said, I got my guy, Coach AJ. You're live.
Yo.
You live, Coach. Talk to me, man. Yeah, hello.
Hey, what up, Mr. Law Nation? That man got all us riled up right there. What was he smoking? He was in Mile High when he was talking that trash.
Yeah.
That's some poo butt right there. That poo butt. That's some bull sugar, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's bull sugar, man.
I mean, talking about Fournette. What Ezekiel Elliott is pork chop and Fournette is prime rib? Come on, man. What is he talking? Fournette hadn't done anything.
Yeah.
And besides that, I think he's forgetting our D-line is better than last year. Way better. A lot stronger. I mean,
Talk to him, man.
well,
Talk to him.
I mean, we don't have Randy Gregory, but Randy Gregory didn't do anything last year in that
Yeah,
game.
he didn't.
You go back, I mean, we didn't even put that much pressure on that man. He was throwing it up, giving us picks. You think about it. We had one.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
Get him smoking. You ain't doing nothing. What's wrong with that boy? I'm close to Colorado. I can see the Mile High. This man must be in the room where it's just breathing across. Because when you're talking about they defense or they offense, you lose your center, all-pro center, and then you lose the guard beside it. You ain't got no consistency with that either. So Tom's going to be getting hit in that A-gap, B-gap.
Tell him, Coach.
Find out what hit was like for him.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he was smoking, but you can pass some over here, and I'm sure these boys will take it off your hands.
Let's get it, man. Coach, man, let's get it, man. I already know I got your score prediction already somewhere in one of these things, man. What else you got, man, before I let you roll, man?
I don't really think they realize that coming off of surgery as a receiver, he ain't the same guy.
Right.
They
Chris.
don't have AD this year.
Right.
Godwin, I don't know if he's going to be able to go yet, but they got him down on the roster, so
They do. I mean, it's a little mindful.
So we'll be ready now, man. Yeah. I just think that Cowboy fans, we need to chill, get our food right, get your snacks ready, get your pregame meal. Let me know what y'all gonna do on that. Is this the week y'all go ahead and throw some chicken on the grill with some prime ribs, something like that? Because I don't see them being our problem. We take care of the ball, they gonna fold.
Yes,
and Tom ain't in shape. Tom took 2 weeks off. He ain't the same, man.
So what time you see Blaine Gabbert getting in there? Right about third quarter, you see Blaine Gabbert getting in there, or Kyle Trask,
If we're putting hits on him, he'll be out of there. Because last time we did not get to him. We got close. But we didn't hit him. Yeah. And if you did get close, you got that penalty. Well, this year, you're missing that all-pro center who held it down. I just don't see it, man. I don't know what that caller was talking about. But like I said, he over here with Smokey. Come on with it.
Smokey! Who said Smokey? I ain't the smartest man over here. But from over here, it look like
Yeah, he was. Hey man, the room looked like my young son's room. You know, you walk down there, you say, "Son, I smell something." He said, "What's that?" You say, "Oh man, I wasn't born last night. I was born at night." Then he went loud.
Yes,
when were you
indeed.
born? At night, not last
night.
son.
Man, I appreciate you so much, Coach. Man, I appreciate you for calling in, fam.
Hey man, you gonna have a beautiful day.
Will do.
Loud. It's the cowboy way, baby.
One way or another. That's the only way. Let them know, baby. Appreciate you, Coach, man. Thank you for calling in, man.
Thank you.
That's Coach AJ, man. Always bringing the thunder, man. He's been sending me good stuff via the DMs and everything, and always got good information for me inside of those messages there. And I really appreciate that, man, for people be reaching out to me in multiple avenues and ways, man. All right, I got my guy from the 614 Montana. What's good? You're live.
Oh, yeah, you already know how I'm coming.
Yeah, I already know.
Hey, man. Where is this? Oh, Tom Brady just going to be moving through the pocket. He's going to be doing this. He's going to dominate y'all defense. What? That boy was down there crying on the field last year.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all not see that?
They
That boy was sweating bullets. I ain't never seen that robot man ever sweat bullets. That man was on the sideline literally wiping his head and eyes like, oh, man, bro, these dudes are serious.
Yes,
What you
indeed.
think going to happen Sunday?
What's going to happen?
See, I did have the score at 24-21.
I think, I got you over there for that. Yeah. Yep.
We can go ahead and change that.
Okay, all right. Change of hearts over here. Let
We're
me
gonna
see.
go ahead and add 10 more points to that. I got Cowboys winning 34-21. We winning by double digits. I'm tired of everybody talking. We're gonna keep that ball from Brady. He's not gonna touch that ball.
I got you right here.
Michelin man
34-21.
Fournette ain't doing nothing.
Okay.
Fournette better than Zeke. Boy, that man wasn't even better than Zeke in college, let alone NFL. He's not even better than Pollard in college, let alone NFL. What? Man, that boy, man, he out there looking like me, man. I'm 305 pounds, man. That man looking like me out there. Come on,
big
man.
letter
He's ready
for
to be
that,
the left
man.
tackle. He about to go play center.
Let's get it, man. He gonna be
about
that
to go
center.
ahead and line up and snap the ball. Where he running the ball to? He got to snap it. That boy. Man, y'all better stop playing with the Cowboys like that. Defense ain't ready. Boy, this is the second year under Dan Quinn. Huh? I don't care about no Randy Penalty Gregory. That was my dog. He gone. We got somebody out there that's more solid. And he's already, his floor is Randy Gregory's ceiling. And that's your boy Sam Williams.
Y'all write that down. Y'all heard it from my guy Montana, man. Y'all write that down, man.
What?
Y'all write
Man,
that
people
down.
better stop playing with the Cowboys, man, talking about, oh, they going 8-9. How? With that easy schedule. How? Who's the 9 teams they losing to?
They ain't made to put it. They ain't gonna be able to put it down.
Y'all gonna lose to the Bengals, man. Listen, bro, the Bengals. Man, I stay in Columbus, Ohio. It's nothing but Browns, Bengals, Steelers, and Cowboy fans out here. All the Bengal fans is literally like, yo, I really don't want to play y'all, but I'd rather play y'all to see if we still got that Super Bowl aspirations. No, dude, y'all just came from a Super Bowl loss.
Get
Y'all
'em.
high right now.
My
It's
God.
over with. Y'all going to lose that game against Dallas. You're going to lose. We're going to beat the Bengals. We're going to show the world that we're not playing.
No doubt, man. That's my guy Montana, man. Let him know, man. Let him know one more thing before I let you go.
Y'all know what's going on, man. Go Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? We out here 34-21. Go Cowboys.
Man, that's my guy right there, man. Y'all heard it. I got it right here. Look, we're going to make sure we get to everybody that been waiting here on the lines, man. So y'all hold tight. Appreciate everybody that's been here. I really do appreciate you guys, man. From the 908. You live.
Yeah, it's 908 in the chat.
What's good with you, man?
I kind of agree with the first caller when he was talking about the holes in the defense, because LVE, he just, I don't see him playing like he was in that, those first 2 years. You know what I mean? I think that's important at the linebacker spot, man. You got to be looking to stick, and he just be he's not getting up off the hole quick enough. I don't know if he's training in the off season or what.
Yeah, your whole point with LVE, it's hard for me to make that assessment. This was probably one of his better off seasons, collectively speaking. So it's a wait and see for me. I can't give you a true assessment on LVE, but in my opinion, Parsons, Barr, and my guy Devin Harper, of course, Malik Jefferson, those guys, and of course, if you throw in Story Jackson, yeah, those guys showed me some things, man. Of course, Jabril Cox as well. Those guys showed me some things, but it's a wait and see moment for me.
I feel like Jabril Cox should be starting over LVE. I mean, my opinion. And then the next one is Anthony Brown. I know everybody in the chat was like, "Yo, he's been playing this." I don't look at him when he's playing the Giants or the Redskins. It's like I'm looking at him when we got to play Tampa Bay, Rams, Bengals. You know what I mean? I need you to step up in those games. Like you said, they not. What's the 3 wide receivers not playing? You got Gronk, Chris might not play, and then Antonio Brown. So he ain't got no excuse. Because if I'm Tom Brady on third downs, who am I going to attack?
He's still going to attack. He's going to attack 3 this time. He ain't going to attack 30 because now it's 3. He's going to attack. Look, they attacked Anthony Brown last year. Yeah, they attacked him last year. It wasn't bad game plan. The Raiders attacked him last year. The 49ers attacked Anthony Brown, and he made them pay one time. So I just hope I hope Anthony Brown can just keep going,
Yeah, because I'm like, I need you to be covering like a glove, man. I don't see those pass deflections. I feel like Jordan Lewis really is the X factor in that nickel. Third down coming up, I'm seeing him doing some things. You know what I mean? And then with the offense, yeah, we might score. We might have 400 passing yards or 500.
Right.
I don't look at that. I look at when you do it. If we get a turnover, you need to score on that turnover.
True
Those
that.
is what it matters. We can't get an interception and then 3 and out. It was pointless.
True that.
You know what I mean? So I think the offense got to be more consistent. You know what I mean? So I kind of agree with what I think it was like the second caller. Some of the stuff he was kind of saying was off the wall, but I mean,
that was a valid point. He said he used the operative word if the offense can't roll, right? And that's a valid point. Like, who else is going to step up? It would be strange to me if this offense, game 1, can't either run the ball nor throw the ball. Then we will have to do the flip around and say, well, hell, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers should be the 85 Bears, right? Or the 2000 Ravens if they're going to shut down this offense completely to just 13 points.
Right. I feel like we're going to win. Or
17 points, yeah.
But, Anthony Brown and LVE, those are the key factors of they got to show and prove, man. You know what I mean?
But you're talking about something on the defensive side that I think that will be the stronger point of this team, though. The defense, the front 4. LVE is the secondary guy, right? The linebackers really are in the secondary. You can say that they're in the front 7, but I think that LV, his responsibility will be more in the hook area. They are not finna send LVE on any blitz patterns or anything like that, right? And then Anthony Brown, he should benefit from the pressure that he's going to get from DeMarcus Lawrence and as well as Sam Williams or Micah Parsons. So I think that this defense will be okay.
Yeah, I hope so, man.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to, because, Anthony Brown, man. Like I said, if I'm Tom Brady, that's who I'm going to attack the most. So he has to step up. You know, people saying like, "Oh yeah, he had his best year last year." I want to see you step up in big games. You know, all that little here and there stuff.
Well, you ever see that Tyrese meme? Said, "What am I supposed to do?" You ever seen that meme? Like Anthony Brown is saying, "Hey, you telling me to step up? Who else caught an interception in the playoff game?" You know, that's what Anthony Brown is saying. And then, of course, LVE is saying, "Hey, man, who else had more tackles than me in the playoff game?" You see how that goes? You know, those are the two guys that we saying step up, and they're saying, "Hey, give me an opportunity to do such," right?
Yeah, they got the opportunities.
Well, we finna see it. We finna see it Sunday night, fam. Hey, one more thing, 908, man, before I let you go, man. What you got on your heart, man, before I let you go?
No, I mean, that's basically, I just feel like that's big with the turnovers with the offense, man. If we get a fumble or interception, we need to capitalize. You know, we can't just be giving up 3rd and out and then you punting the ball right back. You know, you're making the defense work hard for nothing.
Play the field,
that's big, man. Points off of turnovers, that can win you the game.
Right. But I'm truly believing that the Cowboys are not sitting in the locker room saying, "Hey, we trying to get points only off of turnovers." They should have some type of game plan put into place. Though. Yeah.
You know,
I feel you. I feel you. What you're saying is that basically they should capitalize off of any mistake that the Tampa Bay did out or will do out there. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Let me hear you say it, man. Let me hear you say it before I let you go, man.
How about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed, man. How about them Cowboys? All right, y'all. Look, we're going to lock this thing.
The conference has been locked.
So if you haven't called in at this time, you ain't going to be able to get in because I make sure that all of these guys who've been waiting here patiently get a chance and the opportunity to speak. All right, so I got another caller, man, my guy. You already know when he get on, just already know that he about to make this thing go the best way possible. MJ, man, what's good with you, man?
What up, Cowboy fans, Law Nation, everybody hit them likes. The number one podcast in the land. A shout out for the man, Law Nation.
Yes, indeed, man. I was working on this one, man, for you, man. I got you in front of the I think that what kind of whip that is there, man?
That's a Ferrari.
I can't even pronounce it. Ferrari, man. I got you in a picture of that. You know, I was working on that picture, man, and breaking news hit, and then I was gonna put the other picture up with you and a few of your lady friends out there, man, all in L.A. or Hollywood. You holding it down, you big time dog. Talk to me, man. This is MJ.
Hey,
talk to me, man.
Hey, what I got now? The caller do make me a corner case. Now they are going to attack Anthony Brown.
Yeah.
And they're going to attack number 7.
Mm-hmm.
But that pressure going to get to them so fast.
Yeah.
So I can see Brady throwing 2 picks. I told Steele he going to get sacked 3 or 7 times.
Uh-huh.
He's very hard to sack because he do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
1, 2. But this time the 1, 2, 3 going to be some picks. Because the middle of his O-line is going to get destroyed because we didn't have big Galloway last time.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got a smarter Parsons. And your boy number 55 and 42 in that middle, he in trouble now. We got somebody in the middle. That's what we used to always get hurt. The middle is over.
It's
now
over with,
he is going to eat like a baby.
Yeah.
And the key, I put the score, I say 34-9. They'll get 3 field goals, or I told my friend 34-9, 31-10, or 31-13.
Wait a minute. You give me multiple options now. You pick one. Now pick one. Which one do you want me to write down?
I'm gonna go 34-13.
All right, hold on. Let me. So this is your first time telling me this, then, right? I've been missing your phone. I'm missing your phone call. 34 to who?
13.
To 13.
They're going to get 1 score. They might even score, but hope they don't score. But I gave them 1 touchdown.
Man, you know.
So 34-13. 2 field goals and a score.
I'm gonna send you a Ferrari, man. If that happened, 34-13, man.
Yeah.
I'm
But the key is,
I'm gonna send that to you,
the
man.
way we get to 34 law, like I mean, you always say, guys, and all the Cowboys fans and Coach Mars said it, is that if that dumb the offensive line coach don't call the right plays, because he could set them up with number 73 at end, fake like he's going to run and through that draw, and throw that pass rush on his side, run that draw right to 73 side. So when they go back, 73 like you're going back, that rush going to come, draw, bang, hit one. That's going to slow that rush, and then you do that 12 personnel, and you body slam them. Now you got the play action. Because I think both our tight ends going to catch at least 5 passes each. And I think we're going to get a punt back. Number 9 going to run a punt back on them. And I think Dak going to get one over the top with one of the receivers. One of our receivers that y'all don't know, I don't know which one it's going to be, going to get him like a 40 or 50-yard bomb.
Yeah.
We're going to get him. This is a game he finally finna lose. His undefeated record against the Cowboys is about to end because remember we finally beat the Patriots last year?
Right.
Now we finally going to beat this fool. And he gonna have that look on his face.
Dracarys.
Like New Orleans be putting that look, because New Orleans destroy him every time they play him. New Orleans be shutting him out. So he finally finna get what he deserves against the Cowboys. He finna get it. And he know it too. That's why he gonna try to go 1, 2, 3.
No doubt, MJ, man. Let me hear you say it before I let you roll, man, because we're gonna get these other callers in here before I bounce too.
And tell all the Cowboys fans, keep your head up. And I think we're going to start off 6-0. I said it. MJ said we're going to start off 6-0. This is our year. And the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Let's get this Super Bowl.
Let's go. Let's get it, man. We're going to start off 6-0, just like MJ said, baby. So I got 34-13, man. MJ, man, I can't look, man. Shoot. Let me delete these pictures, man. I'm gonna set up a good flyer for you, man. MJ, man, before I finish this flyer, though, man, it's gonna be moving and everything. Let me know if you like this one, man. I kind of put the backdrop of Hollywood or L.A. I think that's Hollywood. It could be L.A. And I got the star, and I got the ladies, and I got your whip and everything. So let me know if you like that background, MJ. Put it in the chat. And let me go ahead and delete them, though, right now, though. They ain't really finished right now. I got to put the graphic overlay over it. All right, so let me see who we have here. Right, from the 936, you in the mix. Henry.
What's good, Law? What's good, Law?
What's good with you, man? Talk to me, man.
Man, who are these guys calling in, man, with this trash, bro?
The low vibration, man. You low vibration, man. Low vibration, that's what it is, right? Right.
Yeah. But I think our receivers, man, gonna be all right. And I think CD gonna show up.
Okay.
I think Toba gonna show up.
Yeah.
As far as our defense, we number 1, Law. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Just number 1. And I'm gonna let you go with my prediction: 34-24.
Wait a minute. 34-24. So
Cowboys.
you and Montana got a close score, but hold on. 34-24. Henry. I got you in the corner, man. I got you plugged in the book of law, man, for week 1. Appreciate you, bro.
Hold it down, man. Hold it down.
All day, man. All day. All right, for those that's watching right now, please be sure that I got a ticket giveaway. And how we're going to do this is for those who, I guess we can do it this way, for those who send me anything via the Cash App. I think that's a better way that I can capture your name and send it over to my guy. We're going to do a Wheel of Law, and it's going to be for the Cincinnati Bengals game. My Cash App is right here. You don't have to send me $1 million. Trust me, you don't have to send me $10. Just send $1, or 99 pennies if they allow you to do that, and then I'll be able to pull your name from that. All right, and I would do it for my Facebook community too, because I do know that my Facebook community, they've been doing some crazy, crazy love for me on the Facebook side. So what I'm going to include on my Facebook people is if you present the stars, right, your name will be entered into the drawings or the selections to go to the Cincinnati game. It's a home game. I'm telling you, it won't be nosebleed seats, and you'll be able to go to the game if your name is pulled. I got Jimmy that's on the Facebook that donated 200 stars. Your name will be entered in. So I'm going to go back to this video, pull up your stars collection, and I will insert your beautiful name into the drawing pool. Here's another thing. To be fair to the people, if you can't make it to the game, let's say, for example, if you somewhere in New York, right, Guam, Hawaii, right, and you win, be fair so that let me know so that I can let somebody locally win this, right? So that's how I look at it from here. We got Aaron. You're live, dog. Talk to me from the 562.
What's up, bro? How you doing today?
Man, all is well, man. I can't complain, fam. Talk to me, man.
Shoot, let me see what I got for you today.
Talk to
so
me.
Now, I understand the prediction everybody's giving, like 13, Tom Brady. Like, the Cowboys gonna win by 3, and the X factor of that game is gonna be the field goal kicker.
The X factor of that game gonna be the field goal kicker. Okay.
Yeah. He's gonna be the X factor because he missed 10 points last game.
Yep. I mean, last year he missed a field goal, like an extra point, and I think 3 field goals. I think 3 field goals out there. Yeah.
Okay. And Tom Brady, I know we got a tight defense, but Tom Brady's gonna always put up points. So so I'm gonna give it Cowboys 31. Tampa Bay 28.
Okay, shoot, what was the score last year? God dog, so just
it
flip
was
it.
29-31.
Yeah, so we gonna just flip it.
We're gonna flip it. So because I was just watching a little film on it while you was talking. So I'm like, Tom Brady's gonna put up some points, and like everybody was saying, like the weakest link of the defense is I feel is Anthony Brown next to Leighton Vander Esch.
Right.
But I call Anthony Brown. Where's Waldo? As soon as you hike the ball, where's Waldo? Let's find Waldo.
Yeah, they did that. They did that as well. Even though I was pumping him up in the 49ers game, saying that he got the interception. But if you look at the first quarter, the first 2 quarters, they were looking for 30. They was like, Jimmy Garoppolo said, "Look, I know one person that I can throw the ball on."
Exactly. So I'm good. Yeah. So they gonna go to Anthony Brown, but like you said, they don't have AB. Right. That's a good thing. So you don't have to fight that battle.
Right.
And Godwin, like you said, he's coming off an ACL. ACL injury, right?
Yeah, he's coming off of an ACL, right?
Okay. So he probably won't be able to run the same, but I think over and all, it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good game. Leonard Fournette's not gonna go off. He's probably gonna drop another pass. Diggs gonna get another interception. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, if you go back in that game last year, Leonard killed us on that damn not by running the ball, that little screen pass against our boy number 11. Yep. He killed us. Yeah, I could tell you when we watched the game.
Come on now.
Yeah, I can tell you football guy, man.
You gotta do your homework, bro. That's what you're doing in the beach.
Yep, and then when you rewatch the game, you can literally see like the Parsons that we rave about now. There wasn't the Parsons in that week 1. Like there wasn't. He was looking like a jag, man. We were like,
Parsons looked like he looked like a true rookie out there.
That's all it was. Rookie. Yeah.
That's all it was. He but now he's no longer a rookie, so hopefully he'll be able to cover, strike the pass, a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But, hopefully Vander Esch can secure up that middle. If not, I hope Anthony Barr comes in and take his spot and he can do his job.
Yeah, and that's the thing that we got to see too. Like Anthony Barr, like They gave him some reps in that last preseason game, and I didn't really want to do that, like do a whole analysis of his reps in the preseason game because it was preseason, right? But now it's a real game, and I hear what people say about Jabril Cox. He's a little bit better than this such a thing, but I can tell you that the rotation should be good between the two or three.
Right.
Yeah.
Or three. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's true. So hopefully that rotation would be nice.
It would be nice.
And then if Dak doesn't see anything open, take them few steps, get a couple yards, keep the drive going.
Yeah.
And if we get time of possession, if we can get back to winning the time of possession like we did in 2016, keep Tom Brady on the sideline, we definitely going to be a good game. We should definitely secure that dub.
No doubt, man. And I can't wait to see it, man. Appreciate you for calling in. Let me hear you say it before I let you roll, fam.
Oh, come on now. How about them Cowboys? We're going to let them hang this Sunday.
Yes, indeed. Automatic, man. Yeah, Devin Harper, man. I don't know if he's gonna be on the active 46, just depending on how they. Let me look at this, and I appreciate everybody. Shout out to you, Paul Smith. Your name is entered into the drawing, as well as you, Verdi. Your name is entered into the drawings. Sean Mack, your name is entered twice into the drawing because you did it both ways. Appreciate you. And is that Justin Bush? Appreciate you. Your name is entered in. And like I said, this will be next Wednesday. I'll do the name pulling. And if you can't make it to this game, man, let me know so that I can get someone else in. All right. So when we talk about those things, the depth charts, okay, we can only dress up 46 guys to be activated, right? And I hope that they figure out a way if Harper can stay on the 46-man roster, right? We need to probably do a show like this maybe Thursday or something, of going over our 46-man roster. Shout out to you, C. Burleson. I got to refresh it to check it. And C. Burleson, if you in Dallas, man, let me know, man. I hope you get your situations to be at the game if we can pull your name and you win it, right? But we'll do it all live on Wednesday. All right, so let me let another caller in, and for those that's on the Cash App side, I really appreciate you guys so much for that. And let me let my guy from the 623, you're live.
What's up, Law?
Until you a first time caller, right? I think I read your message.
I'm sorry, what?
You're a first time caller, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes, indeed. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
All right, man. Up here in the Pacific Northwest, long ways away from Texas, but been a Cowboys fan since '77. And my take, everybody's talking about the defense, and I'm just hoping that they come to their senses on the offensive line, or hopefully we can get Peters in there as soon as possible. Because everybody's talking about how Tyler Smith could be tackle, and he can be. He probably would be a decent tackle, average tackle, maybe above average.
Right.
But I think like Zach Martin, he could be an all-pro at guard. He is a mauler. He moves people, whether you want to go or not. Connor McGovern is not going to move Vita Vea. Tyler Smith could.
Did Connor McGovern move Vita Vea last year? Remember he was over Sue. He was on Sue. Connor McGovern was on Sue last year, right? And he did a good job
I think when they did the big package, the big boy package when he would come in at fullback, he would be the added blocker on goal line and stuff. But I don't think that was a factor in the first game.
I mean, he did pretty good that first game. But Connor, go ahead.
Connor Williams couldn't move Vita Vea.
Oh, no. Sure.
Yeah, we know that.
Right.
And then when they tried to replace Williams with McGovern, he kept on getting all the kind of holds and everything, too, because he couldn't handle the D tackles.
Are you talking about that first game one, or are you talking about collectively this season?
I'm just talking collectively because I'm just saying that Tyler Smith, it could be an all-pro guard. I'm just telling you. The way I've seen that kid move people, the way they talk about how strong he is, he can move people. And if they want the running game, you need a guard that can move people. That is that man.
Yeah.
That was it. So, but that's my little hot take right there. Not too many people have said that, believe that. I believe it in my heart that Tyler Smith could be an all-pro guard if they leave him there. But my hot take, I'm going to go with the guy that called before me. Yeah, Brady's going to put up points.
Yeah.
I still think we can win, and it's going to be I don't know. We need to win by more than 3 points. I don't know how we could. I'm going to say our final score is going to be 31-27, my man.
So you said 31-27. Let me write you down on this. But who you going to roll with, like the left tackle in this game? You thinking that we're going to still have, of course, how they got it?
I think they're already ready. Going to put Tyler Smith at tackle and
right.
McGovern at guard, and I think that's going to make our run game suffer because I don't think McGovern can move Vita Vea. I just don't think that can happen. But if Peters is the left tackle and they move Tyler Smith back at guard, I think that will make our run game go. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, let me ask you this though. If are you willing to? Because I asked this question to my guys last night on the Final Word. And this is hypothetics, right? If Tyler Smith is playing good, not bad, but he's just been good at left tackle, do you move him? Let's say week 3, week 4. If he's already been a solid job, do you still move him?
Yeah. Yes. Peters can be just as good as a tackle, but Connor McGovern cannot be as good of a guard.
Now, what if he's playing great? Like, do you still move him?
Okay.
Like if we 3-0, like we 3-0 or 4-0.
Okay,
yeah.
So they keep on talking about they want to run the ball.
Right.
How are they running the ball? I will go with if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm just saying if they can't run the ball, if they can't run the ball because they can't move the D tackles, that's how you run the ball.
Yeah.
Move the ball when you can handle the D tackles. They ain't running the ball even though they're winning.
Right.
I mean, that's a tougher story right there. But if you want to run the ball, you need to have Tyler Smith at guard.
Yeah. And man, shoot, you spitting some good stuff, man. That's the conundrum that I don't want to happen, believe it or not. Like if he's already doing good, because I have that same Denver Broncos feeling. Like my guy Terrence Steele was doing good, maybe not great, but he was doing good. He wasn't horrible, right? And for what he was going up against, he wasn't the problem. We was winning 6. We were 6-1, and they said, "Hey, La'el Collins is back now. Let's shake this thing up. Let's put La'el Collins at right tackle, and let's kick Terrence Steele all the way to the left side because he played left tackle in college. Maybe he can do good over there." And it was just like, to me. Of course, we can talk about other things, but to me, everything kind of went downhill from there, right?
Well, I mean, if things go, let's say they playing good, let's say they're still winning, running the ball, okay. Maybe Zeke's getting 75 yards, Pollard is getting about 50, maybe about 75 too. So that's still a pretty good run game, 150 yards.
Right.
Let me think here. Let me move it down a little bit more.
Well, we have some good football conversation now, man.
And Pollard's getting about, 60 rushing yards, but Pollard's hitting the game. But they're mostly doing it from the pass game, but not really from the run game. And they're still winning. If they want to run the ball, because that's how you close out games.
Yeah.
That's how you close games.
Right.
I'm telling you. If you want to be the team that can freeze out a game and everything else, if that kid moves people, and if Connor McGovern if they just can't get that push up the middle, just can't seem to get those runs in between the tackles, the veers, the counters. I'm not talking about that draw play. I hate that draw play that they always run.
Yeah,
absolutely hate it. But if they start running off the edges in between the tackles, around somewhere where the guards really have true influence and everything like that. I mean, because Tyler can double move the D tackle off his ground and still get up to the second level. I don't know if Connor McGovern can do that
on a consistent level. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, even if they do well and win, I still think they need to go ahead and put Peters in at tackle, and move Tyler at left guard, and I think they'll just see it. I think they'll see it take off.
Yeah, I mean, and then we know how optimistic this team is, and then right around December-ish, right? Tyron Smith will be ready to come back, according to Jerry Jones, and then you already have your Tyler Smith playing at guard. I can see both possibilities, right? But man, you got something on my mind now, man. I'm gonna be looking at that, Vaughn. I hate you for right now, Vaughn, right? Putting us all in my mind like that. But I appreciate you, though. I'm just playing with it, just the word hate. But it is what it is, man. Appreciate you, man. 31-27, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go, man. Let me hear you say it before I let you roll, man.
How about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed, man. That's my guy, Vaughn. Thank you for calling in. Good call from him, man. Good call. I hate that he got me thinking about, there's multiple worlds. I like Doctor Strange right now. I'm thinking of different possibilities of what could happen or what will happen. Now, granted, for $350,000, whatever his contract number is, it's a world of a world to think this way, right? To say, okay, you got Jason Peters now, right? Do you get greedy and say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the long in the tooth guy, and then kick Tyler Smith back in at guard? But that possibility only exists if Tyler Smith is playing terrible, right? But if he's playing good to great or great, shoot, it's going to be a hard thing to really rip the Band-Aid off and say, okay, we're going to kick you back inside now, right? That's a real thing right there. All right, I got two more callers, man. Let me go with the 667. You're live.
Law Nation, what's good? It's my first time calling, man. Coming from Maryland.
Maryland. Okay, what's good with you, man? Talk to me, man.
Man. So I got a couple things, My first thing, though, off the back is there's that caller they call in talking about Bucks gonna win, whatever the score was. Listen up, man. You on the wrong side of the glory hole, man. It's Cowboys Nation. There's no way we're gonna rock out like that. Upgrade, man. Listen to me. Stan Williams.
I want me some glory hole.
Yeah.
Wrong side, brother. Look, man, Stan Williams, straight dog out the box. Cowboys, we famously just go out there and take risks, but Stan Williams is a reasonable risk. Yeah, it might have been off the field, but when you realize the opportunity that you got to kind of play on this stage like this, all you got to do is sit back and embrace it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what he's doing. You don't hear too much of nothing outside of football from Sam Williams right now, and I like that. So that's a plus.
Hey, what's your name, man? What's your name? Eric?
Yeah, but my name is Antonio Lashley on the chat. YouTube got me messed up. I don't know, they got my government out there like that.
Man, people say, well, where you at, man? The church? Are you in the bathroom? Where are you, man? Where are you located at now?
I'm at work right now. I'm inside a home renovation that I'm doing right now.
Okay. He had a lot of echoes, man. We like, man, Eric the Echo.
Hey, that's all right. Look,
you sound good now, though. Go ahead.
Jason Peters, has he got Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think he got injured that year, but he still got the ring, and he played on that team for 2017. I think my Eagles guys can let me know if they watching right now if he got a Super Bowl ring, but I'm quite sure he do have a Super Bowl ring.
Well, that's a plus. I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, the way that I've been feeling about the hype of everybody overblasting our offensive line and trying to exploit us for whatever they think they're doing, right. I think that this is just a move for us internally. Like, we're not looking for him to come out and show out, and I don't hope anybody is thinking that. Personally, me, that's what I'm looking at. He ain't got to come out and show out. I just need to feel the effect of him being in that room. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can really feed that knowledge off to our upcomers, Terrence Steele, Tyler Smith, they can really get that and put their foot in the ground and get with that and what he's got going on. He can stay on the practice squad. I don't care what you do or how much you pay him, but as long as he's bringing something good to these boys and they're looking forward to the opportunity, and that's what I'm for right there. And another thing that I really want to push to is Gallup. Man, Gallup, I never seen somebody make so many clutch plays when we needed them, when we really wanted them. And then, you know what I'm saying, go down on a clutch play. If nobody remembers, you know what I'm saying? He went down on a clutch play. Twinkle toes. I'm inbounds. You know what I'm saying?
And scored a touchdown. Yeah. You know that playoff game, the play that Cedric Wilson, and he's my guy, man. Shout out to him and Coach Bird. But the play that Cedric Wilson turned around and tried to grab that, you remember that play in the playoff game?
Yeah. Okay.
Gallup,
Cedric Wilson.
Yeah, Gallup catching that one.
Right.
Gallup catching that one. He bringing it in.
Don't worry about my feet. You can go zoom in on the camera, replay that. My feet right there, and they look good, too.
Yeah. Sweet feet,
So I really like that. And so with that being said, I just think that we got to have patience in our receiver corps. You know, and trusting Dak. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're going to pay him all this money, we're going to pay him for his leadership and not his skill necessarily, then why don't we sit back and believe in him? I know we the Cowboys, we're going to get the most heat in the world. That's cool. But we as fans got to realize we're putting that pressure on them too. So why don't we just, you know what I'm saying, wait and see what's going to happen, then react. You know what I'm saying? And not even blow up over week one, because honestly, I think we're a progressive team. We always play better in the second half. I hate that, but it's kind of the truth. You know what I'm saying? Come out swinging for it. And if that's the way we are and that's the way we can be throughout this season, then I ain't got nothing to worry about, you know, because our schedule gets better on the way. You know what I'm saying? And you say all the time, if we peak at the right time, man, we can scare the right people and everybody be over-prepping for us or doing too much, and all we got to do is send a little bit of Kellen Moore and tell them, hey, man, shake that bag up a little bit, man.
Shake it up a little bit.
Do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
get loose with it a little bit, man. Open up with hurry-up offense, man. You got a good defense, man. Don't play too coy. Go down there. We are like 9. I promise you, I need to pull up that record. Somebody may have it. I think we're like 9-0 when we score first. Like some crazy good number. Somebody, if y'all can, pull up that stat for me. If the Cowboys look at that and say, okay, let's lead with momentum, I think that the defense feeds off the offense when you do that. Let's do this, you know?
Right. It's like defense. It's like the defense just feed off of something that's working anyway. It's like, okay, well, we running the ball now. We killing time. We juiced up. We got backups. You don't know our names, but we coming for you. So really, I've been so super low key hyped because I'm like, don't even want to. You don't want to talk football to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dog, I'm ready to game show for you for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been a Cowboy fan my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I was born in 1990, and I ain't never want to put pressure. The first thing out my mouth is to talk about my team and our defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about second string people. Like, they like, man, who's this? Man, what they gonna do? I'm like, I'm gonna show you what we gonna do. Dan Quinn's not a joke. They say all the time, like, oh, Dan Quinn's our best asset whenever we retain him, and I believe that all the time. So that's changed immediately. So, you know what I'm saying? Cowboys Nation, stand up, man. Y'all know what's up, man. Law Nation, stand up. Coming live from Baltimore, man. And you know what time it is. Tune in. Sunday night drama. That's what we bring it to your table. Sit down and eat. And let the dogs get some.
Yes, indeed. My guy, man, all the way from Maryland. Eric, man, from the 667, man. Oh, snap. God dog it, Eric. I left you off the hook, man. I'm looking for that score. You didn't give me your score prediction, but I'll go live tomorrow. And we'll be live at 4 o'clock today with the UK boys. So it'll be UK Cowboys at 4 o'clock today. Me, Barry, we're going to have a former player on the show. It's going to be on this channel as well as Cowboys Experience. So y'all check us out at 4 o'clock sharp. We will be talking about the Dallas Cowboys for my guys from the UK. I got another caller, man, from the 901. You're live. Let's get it.
Hi.
What's good? Hi, Tenor K.
Thank you for getting me in here. And the only thing I want to say about these Cowboys, well, actually our fans, y'all calm down. Have y'all really, really, really looked at the roster that we have? Have y'all done that? Because if you have, it's not the same team. These young men, they hungry, they ready.
Yeah.
They are ready, y'all. And I believe we're going to get a surprise Sunday night. I believe Gallup going to show up. I don't know why I say that. I just believe he going to show up and show out. I'm telling y'all, man, Cowboys going to take this game, and I mean, it just don't blow the world up. Y'all just watch and see. McCarthy knows what's going on. He know what time it is. He know he got to get this together, y'all. We got this. Have faith in our boys. We got this.
Yeah.
I just have one question, though. I just want to know, like, Peters, the guy that we got from the Eagles.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be in Tyron's spot. So
right.
We really don't have to worry about it because on the other side, we do have, like you said, Gilmore, Badice, and all these places. So I'm just trying to see who gonna get through this big man. Who gonna get through him? Like he's just as big as Tyron. Like who gonna get through him?
Yeah, 6'4", 330 pounds, give or take. He looked like he's 350. Yeah, he's a big boy. I don't think that they're going to play him week one. They're going to slowly integrate him in. Yeah, Jason Peters. Okay. You don't want to rush him because, when you rush somebody with all of that big, massive weight, soft tissue issues begin to become a problem there with your hamstrings and et cetera. So, yeah, I mean, slowly move him, man. I would say maybe week 2 would be pushing it. I would look forward to seeing him week 3 or week 4.
Okay, that'll be great.
And then he knows the Giants, so week 3 will probably be better, right? I think we play the Giants week 3. Yeah, so I think that will be the better time to showcase Jason.
If we don't see him Sunday night, we definitely will see him by the time we play the Giants. We got to because, that's Jerry. That's just Jerry. He just, when it comes to the Giants, he just knows nothing. He don't like some people, period. So he going to get the best out there that day. He'll have Gallup out there. Trust.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So what's your name?
This Monet Tejada.
Okay. When you was on the Facebook last night, you were giving, I don't know, you wasn't talking to me then, huh? You said, I got to get up out of here.
Yeah, no. I was talking to the guy he say he a Cowboy fan, but he don't like Dak. Dak is the worst quarterback. He's not elite, even though my quarterback was like top of the passing rate, number 1 now. I don't know if people watch football NFL TV and stuff during the off season. I'm on there all the time. And Dak, they stayed praising Dak through the whole off season. How great my quarterback is. And I'm sick of people saying that he's not elite because he is elite. Okay. He's right up there with Tom. He's right up there with Aaron Rodgers. He's right up there with everyone else. Mm-hmm. And I just want everybody to sit back and watch my quarterback cut up this year. Yeah. That's what I want.
Most certainly.
That's what I want.
That's what I'm looking for. Before I let you roll, you already know. What's that score prediction, Trey? I need to know.
32-24. Might be 17 on the Buck side of it, though, because they might not make that other touchdown. But, yeah, 32-24 Cowboys, baby. We got this. Tom going down by 3-4 times.
Ooh, 32-24, maybe 17. I love it. If that happened, I'm going to throw a party. Hey, we're going to have a nonstop party on the Facebook side of it. Hey, I really appreciate you so much for calling in. I thank you for all of your support. It don't matter what time I go live. I be looking at your name over there. You be showing up, talking noise, not folding like a wallet or a lawn chair. I love it. I love it when people get in here and ready to fight with our own fans too. And then you jump off on the other fans when they jump in. So I love that. That goes a long way, Trey. I love it.
That's right.
Yes, indeed. Let me hear you say it. How about them Cowboys? Let me hear you say it then.
About them Cowboys, baby.
Yes, indeed. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. She was the last caller of the day, and I really, really, really appreciate it so much, man, when people call in with passion. Hey, I also appreciate people when they call in with different opinions. Those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. I'm not out here trying to change people's mind. I'm not out here trying to change people's thoughts on the Cowboys. I just spit minds, right? That's what I do. But I'm going to give you guys my score prediction the day of the game. How about that? How about that? On my pregame show, I'll give you guys my score prediction. But I got multiple pages here. Of you guys spitting out what you guys think the Cowboys will do, and I can't wait to see this game kick off and jump off and be a beautiful moment for all of us, man. I thank those who called. I thank those who tried to call in but couldn't get in. Y'all know how this goes, Cowboy Nation. Goodbye. So proper with it. Goodbye. And it's been a good day today, man. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Can you guys do me a huge favor? When you do those things, the most important thing that you guys can do for the nation is sharing. When you share this content, it will go to a person that probably never thought about looking up Law Nation, right? Or whoever didn't even know what this dude talk about. And then you guys can say, man, this dude talk about 3-4 hours straight about Cowboys, man. Every time I jump on YouTube, I see this dude, man. He ain't James Harden because I'm in my 40 over here, man. Me and the other guy, we the 40s crew over here, basically. So it is what it is. Shout out to everybody for tuning in, and we're going to continue to grind and shine. Yeah, let me know if you shared. Appreciate you. Jimenez, appreciate you. Choctaw, Peter, appreciate you guys so much for being part of these episodes, man. And check out this right here.
Let the Cowboys Experience introduce you to a whole new way to enjoy a Cowboys football weekend. Experience the ultimate Cowboys player and fan event at Toyota Music Factory on the Texas Lottery Plaza. Making lasting memories by booking at cowboysexperience.com today.
That's 817-888-1726. You will be in the mix for the Cowboys Experience. We have an unbelievable opportunity with meet and greets with former and current players. So come on out, man. Call that number. Say, hey, man, I want that Law Nation special, man. I heard he got the specials over there, man. So check us out, Cowboy Nation. And when you do that, also be sure to
pluck the notification bell for more content.
That joke will be turning around. He be looking at all of this, man. Cowboy Nation, y'all know how it goes. Be sure to let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk. Once again, shout out to my girl Aisha, man, for jumping over there on the Dallas Cowboys show. I love it when I see the people from our community grow and be on multiple outlets, as well as Kevin Gray. I seen him. He got a deal with the Cowboys as well. And this is what we do, man. When one of us win, we all win, man. We this is what we doing. We winning, baby. We are winning. And I love it, Cowboy Nation. As content creators or as people just fan of the star, we defend the star at all costs. Just like with Derek Fisher, he says Tampa Bay 21-10. Hey, let Tampa be that for his reality, right? But for our reality, we looking at it like the Cowboys 21 to the Tampa Bay's 10. I love it. Yeah, let's get it, Cowboy Nation. You know, a prize fighter, even when he's down, he's continued to swing. He's continued to fight. And I want you guys to fight right along with me. Next Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, enter in to go to the game because I want you guys to be there. If you're in the local area, donate at least $1 and your name will be in the hat to see what we can do against Cincinnati next week, right? We need all of y'all to be all in. Not a few of you guys. But everybody need to be all in, dialed in, locked in for this opportunity, right? This team, they hit our outside noise. DeMarcus Lawrence said, hey, I don't care if we the underdog, the upper dog, the side dog, the main dog. We some beasts now. It's about to be pain.
Spartans! What is your profession?
This is Sparta!
Are you not entertained?
Let's go.
Are you not entertained?
As they say, that prize fighter, even when he's going down, he continued to swing. Tell me not in mourn for numbers. Life is but an empty dream, for a soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, and life is earnest, and the grave is not his goal. To dust thy art, to dust returneth, was not even spoken of the soul. In this broad fields of battle and ambivalence of life, be not like a dumb-driven cattle, but be a hero in the strife. Lives of great men all remind us we, oh yes we, can live our lives sublime in departing. Leave behind us footprints on the mighty sands of time. Speaking of time, there's one thing a man should always do, mainly to himself be true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turns hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, everybody was saying, how about them Cowboys, right? The morals of life: live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They will take a decent man to try to alter his heart, to seek to rip him apart. Those man no man should call a fan, because they bend lies around the truth until it meets their end. Cowboy Nation, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing, and I mean just that, nothing but the best. Let's go. Woo! Make me want to hit something. Let's go.
Spartans! What is your profession? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Let's go, baby. We about. Roll those credits, baby. Come on.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands.
Come on.
So many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one.
Shout out to everybody who supported the channel.
For real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again.
Yeah.
Add it up,
come on.
Bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just
shout out to Sadiqua. Let's get it, baby. Tyson, Kemp, Ken R. Dylan, appreciate you. Paul Smith, Sadiqua, Charles, my guy 1973. Let's get it one way.
Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much.
Come on.
I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up.
Yeah, all those credits again, baby.
You only climb me, I put the ladders up.
Put the ladders up, baby.
I done doubled up on the workload.
Come on.
I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low.
Tell them leave for it.
Then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me.
It's all the haters getting slapped up out of here. Dak owns Philly. Come on.
Euro, peso, add it up.
Where my dogs at, man? Where my dogs at, baby? Come on.
Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told ya I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told ya I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
Let's go, Cowboy Nation. The name is Law Nation. Let's continue to grind and shine, baby. I'm gonna slow it down for each and every last one of you all. Y'all know how we get this thing going the best way possible. Oh, open up. FBI, open up. Let's get it, baby. Shout out to you, Paul. Come on. Shout out to the 88 Cutlass. Hey, I can't wait to get in that wheel, baby. The Lincoln Continental. We keep it so simple. Shout out to your Ghostface. Yeah.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Again, baby.
Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you.
And you.
For you. Ooh. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Come on, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you.
99 Seville, baby.
Play it too. I'll follow.
King Element in the house. Salute.
Whatever you do.
Let's ride, baby. You know what? Y'all gave me a great idea. I'm gonna get like an illustration of me probably driving. Oh, y'all got me a good idea, man. And I'm gonna play this song on my outro while I'm driving through Dallas, right? Pre-recorded, of course, you know. It's gonna be dope. I'm like, y'all come roll with the nation, baby. Come on. And y'all already know there's gonna be an unbelievable party. If you guys help me grow to 95,000, y'all know that 95 gonna be just so live. I'm gonna get a t-shirt that said 95K. We live like 95, baby. Oh, that's gonna be dope. Y'all continue to help grow the nation, baby. Oh, let's get it.
Wherever you go.
Shout out to Aisha, Pookie, and Ray Ray. We're gonna be riding that river. Live like 95K, baby. That's gonna be the t-shirt there. Let's get it.
Then forever doesn't feel that far. So far.
I'm gonna have to get a limo now, TC915. Let's get it, baby. Thank y'all for the vision, the dreams, the hopes.
So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
If you don't like the vision and you haven't liked this button, hit the like button or hit the like or subscribe, come on, man.
Shame. Shame.
Let's get on up out of here, man. Y'all
Shame.
know better than that. Come on, y'all hit that like, share this thing. I ain't too proud to beg. Come on.
Dracarys.
You have to
Love it when she said
be
that.
your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and
You pray for
nothing's
rain, you
working,
gotta deal with the mud too.
but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to
Law
follow
Nation.
that.
That's a brand
You
name.
don't know.
Like Pepsi. That's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee you. They know that, even if they don't know me any more than they know the chairman of General Mills.